and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
You're getting the impression that the red pocket square is not red naturally.
Did he kill someone with a pocket square?
No. That's what he wiped.
He just got blood.
This is like his cum rag, but for blood.
I like that you discussed like it was a cum rag, but for
Yeah.
He
Salty
looks
Boys
down,
Podcast,
he notices.
a cum rag you can listen to.
The Salty Boys Podcast.
From your mouth.
Alright. So worth.
Oh my god. Mans was not prepared.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Guys, we killed Gronk.
Lost it. We gotta go find him in Avernus now.
Can you send me that link, please? For reasons?
For science. I can't believe you haven't seen that.
I want to send it to my wife and just buy a grapefruit and see what she does.
What you got there in that bag? 700 grapefruits.
He's like, are you eating? No, I'm doing drugs. Cutting grapefruit.
God, Kronk's reaction was worth every second of that. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Tap here to record audio.
That was hilarious.
Oh, it's age restricted though.
I'm over 18, don't worry.
You are?
Today.
Oh no. Okay.
AR, can you give me a Dr. Pepper, please? Thank you.
Well, I think we're recording. So
It's
welcome
been a month.
it has been over a month.
2 months.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, something like that.
welcome to the first episode of the Descent into Avernus campaign. We'll just get started with introductions. We have a remote guest from Albania.
Oh, yes, this is I. So, yes, this is Simmons, and I'm going to be running the Firebolt Cratotis Major.
Is that how you pronounce that? Firebolt?
No, it's Furbolg.
It's Furbolg?
Yeah.
Cratotis?
Cratotis.
Okay.
You had no problem with Cratotis. It was Furbolg that was throwing me.
Toad ass.
I cast Furball.
From my toad ass.
So that's a good format. Just your name, who you're playing. Next.
I am Kronk, and I am playing Sir Stephanie Rolfenheim.
Very nice.
We got McHoss back in the clack. I am playing...
Yeah, get him.
Kill him. Tonight I'm running Lionel Sinker. He's a goblin fighter.
I forgot I put a label on your phone.
I have not.
I heard we could use aliases, so I am Mike, and I will be playing Lulu.
Very nice. No cap for real bussin'. I'm DJ Skinny Penis. I'll be the DM.
Playing Eggplant Boy and Seamus.
Oh my god, Eggplant Boy comes back. He's just a zoomer, like a hardcore zoomer.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Just make this a series of adventures. This one is just Eggplant Boy Goes to Hell.
Where he belongs.
The Berenstain Bears go to hell.
Everybody goes to hell.
Oh, it's Sawyer. It's not Yardley tonight. We are playing...
Sadly.
Sadly, we are playing Eves Kettleborn. He is a beast barbarian gnome.
An expert at grapefruiting. And
Don't.
Use a spare.
Kronk is dead before the campaign begins.
oh man,
It's a record.
TPK before introductions. And lastly, it's your boy AR playing Clovis McTavish, repeat character.
Oh, fuck, I forgot.
Yeah. Previously seen on Justice League.
Literally just the last scene of the last episode of Justice League.
Yeah.
Forgot about the Justice League.
Yeah.
I have not. I hate this part. I dream about it. I dream about the Justice League.
Alright. Well, to get us in a little D&D mood, can everybody do me a favor?
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Take one deep breath in.
I have no eyes.
One deep breath out. So, our first shot is of a beautiful sunrise over the river Chianthar. The sunlight scattering on the surface of the water, reflecting iridescent purples and orange glints between the dark silhouettes of gently drifting merchant and fishing vessels. Go ahead and open your eyes. The camera pans across the water and towards the shore. There we see, adjacent to the river Chianthar, on the well-traveled road, an old arrow-shaped wooden sign reading El Terrell. The first 4 of our heroes pass by in the direction of El Terrell, the river city. The first we see is the Muscle, Yves Kettleborn. Tell us what we're looking at.
So he's a fairly younger looking dude. He's not very tall. Obviously, he's a gnome. He's pretty stocky built. He's got some. He doesn't really wear armor. It feels like that slows him down, but he's got very worn knuckles, that of a pugilist. He has a slight scar on his face, a couple of little scars on his arms. He carries a little pocket square as well.
Where does he carry this pocket square?
He carries it in his pocket. Slightly.
It's in the name.
Which
Yeah.
one?
His left pocket. His front left pocket.
There you go.
All right. Next, we have the McTavish.
Nuts and all.
leading shortly behind. Who are we looking at?
You know, like the opening scene in Skyrim?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's nothing like that.
Thomas the Tank Engine. Or Macho Man,
Skyrim, come to save me!
Macho Man Randy Savage comes down.
Yeah!
Save me, bear.
Get in there, bears! Yeah, so Clovis is... He's a McTavish, so there's not much to say about him that his body odor doesn't already. He is a former pupil of... shit, I forgot his name. Morrison Cures. Morrison Kurt, whatever.
Well, for now, just tell us what we're looking at.
You're looking at a dwarf with a giant battle axe on his back, bigger than he is, and a tinkerer's tool set because he's also part artificer.
Works at Claire's.
Piercing.
Describe his beard for us.
Yeah.
It is. He doesn't have a beard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do you think the captain hates all the McTavishes so much?
They're so cursed. In their
They're like,
I forgot to mention, I'm so sorry. Yves does have a tattoo of a wolf paw on his wrist, as well, the inside of his wrist.
which
Okay.
wrist?
Left.
for continuity.
It's going to change every episode.
It's going to be one more bandit.
All right. Any more details, physical details you want to give for Clovis?
Not really right now.
Is he cut?
Absolutely.
All right.
Fucking right. This is not cut.
I wrote it.
I'd be insulted if you didn't.
Next, perhaps the biggest of the 4 would be the Hell Rider, Sir Rolfenheim.
It's fat fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably a good solid 350 pounds or so.
Is he riding around on like one of those motorized carts? Is he gonna have like an oxygen tank in his nose?
No, he's got a horse, but this poor horse, the back's all like curved and bent underneath of him. Yeah,
He's got like a reverse hump.
he's got like the big
Scoliosis.
armor. No, actually, he's wearing a chain shirt, so you can see how uncut he is.
Is he wearing pants?
No, just a chain shirt.
Just a mesh shirt?
No.
When you say uncut,
Yes, circumcision.
Now we're getting really personal with character details right
so
now.
you're playing D&D here, Mike?
The back of the horse on each cheek says Slob Knight.
And we're off the rails already.
So literally all I have is big chain shirt. What's his hair like?
Balding.
It's gray and kind of long, and he's got like the widow's peak where it's starting to like fade back.
Please tell me it's thinned as fuck, too.
Yeah, and he's got a big bushy like handlebar mustache.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I like that.
This is
And
my favorite character.
he is just like a giant slob of a man. He looks like he has no business like even setting foot outside his house,
Because he can't.
let alone being called a knight.
All right. Following behind him, Squire, the smuggler known as Cratotis.
Yes, Cratotis. So Cratotis is about 7.5 feet tall.
Good lord.
He is covered like head to toe in scars of.
I thought he was going to say moss.
Definitely cut.
No.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah, it's just scars, like scratches over his face, up and down all of his arms and legs. He actually has a pretty nasty one across his back when his shirt's off. Kind of medium build, I would say. And he has a fuzzy-looking tattoo on his inner left thigh.
Which we zoom into to inspect if he's cut or not.
Oh, no. He is cut, but he doesn't know why.
From all the scars, you could have guessed that.
There's literally no relevance to being cut or uncut in this universe.
I feel like all the scars are like just
They missed.
it's like the dog missing. It's like, oops.
Come here, you kid. Quit rolling around.
Shouldn't have had all that meat before I came to birth this child.
Slippery baby.
Oh man. Okay. So this is a really ragtag group of four. Why are y'all headed to El Terrell?
I don't know. Why are they?
Well, Clovis had his own mission. He was sent down here. He got back to Saltmarsh after the Justice League shenanigans when everyone else did. He was knocked out by Seamus in the bar, and he found himself on the back of a cart being dumped off at the mine by Seamus. And he's been working for the mining company, and they sent him with a cart to El Terrell to sell some ore that they don't have.
Cool.
Well, Stephanie is a paladin with the Oath of Vengeance. So let's say
I'm sorry. I got mobility scooters to go ahead.
okay.
How dare you cut in line?
It's like the little like stuffed animal like riding things they have at the mall. If you've seen those, like they have like horses and rhinos and stuff that the
That
kids
you,
can ride on.
Ride on? Yeah.
Yeah, just imagine him on that.
Okay.
So
He's part of an order, right?
yes, the Order of Hell Riders.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say he's going there for some reason.
Okay. Hell Riders are from El Terrell, so that makes sense. Going home. So same with Cratotis. Do you want to talk about being a squire?
Yeah, I would love to.
They're made in Indonesia or China. Usually basswood or poplar.
Shouldn't have said anything.
That's a guitar joke for you viewers at home.
Yeah, yes. I'll need to come up with something for a bit.
No worries. It's
honestly,
not critical.
I literally have your whole backstory right here.
I know you do, and you never got back to me, Jack.
I did get back to you. If you remember correctly, I said, text me a picture of that massive schlong that's in your house.
That's true. That's true. I was going to say, in terms of what Cratotis is doing, since Eves is here, he's just sticking along with Eves. I'm assuming there's like a joint mission kind of thing going on.
All right. Eves.
Eves is currently, well, with Cratotis, but he's looking for either a crew or some explanations as to his affliction that he has.
Okay.
Being a beast barbarian, he had his mother had left him a very interesting parting gift.
I like it.
And so he's
Searching for answers.
he's trying to figure out a little bit about that. But being with Cratotis, it's like an uneasy kind of friendship.
Yeah.
Because Eves has been... He's a little bit of a smuggler. He's all right at his job. But, like, there's always that little honor among thieves, so he's going to hang out with Cratotis for a little bit. Maybe Cratotis is a thief, who knows?
Yeah. So as we look at this group, what level of rapport do we see? Are y'all joking around, or is it kind of quiet and serious? What's the vibe?
Seamus fuck. Seamus is drunk driving.
Who? Clovis?
Yeah, Clovis
Oh,
is
okay.
drunk driving his cart.
Okay. So I guess, are y'all sitting on top of the oar that Clovis is? Well, not Stephanie, because he's riding the horse.
He's on his poor horse.
Okay, poor horse.
His Porsche.
Horse. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Cratotus is just walking alongside.
Further on down the road, you see what looks to be like a large cloud of dust. Anybody that wants to actively do so, make a perception check for me.
How do I percept?
Of the four of you.
It's been a while. I don't remember how to fucking.
Look at this big ass fucking
You two
dice.
make one, too.
Look at this thing.
Can I choose to fail this?
You may.
I got a nat 20.
I got a 19 plus something.
Okay.
I got a 21.
6.
I also got a 6.
I got a 19.
All of you that rolled above a
Yeah.
10, you see, headed your way is the start of a large caravan taking up the width of the entire road. Those of you that rolled above a 20, you see that, judging by the cloud of dust, there must be at least 100 travelers or more behind them. But in front is a number of merchants with their carts leading the way, or at least what appears to be so. You think
Stephanie's
that
too busy looking for a snack right now.
that they'll cross your path within the next 10 minutes. Is there anything you want to do?
I mean, I'm just gonna pull over.
Okay, cool. You pull over, about 10 minutes pass, and that's when you see these two interesting characters. The first of which is a green.
He's red.
It's a red.
He's a red goblin. He's not full on like red scare goblin, but he's been known to snack on an aristocrat or two. Can you
Okay.
catch my drift? Pretty unassuming. He's elderly, so he kind of walks with the not up. He doesn't walk with like a limp per se. He's pretty spry in his old age, but he walks. He's got a little bit of a hunch. He's a little hunched over. He carries with him quite a bit of equipment. He's got a shield on his back, a fairly like well taken care of shield, kind of in stark contrast to the rest of the gear he's kind of traveling. Everything else he's got is very rustic, well worn, well used, but this shield is like almost polished to an immaculate sheen. He's got a fishing rod that's that's over twice the size of this guy. That's just kind of weighing back and forth over top of him with a pretty hefty amount of lures kind of hanging from the top, dangling from the top. They look pretty heavy too. He's also got a peculiar, and you're gonna have to help me with the pronunciation of this. It's a shark statue that was on that list of magic items that we got.
Yes.
Sekolohohehin?
Yes. Sekolahian.
Sekolahian.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got one of those.
Sekolah Hyan.
Yeah.
Sekolaheim.
Mazel tov.
Sekolah Hyan.
So yeah, got a little, not much hair. Obviously, goblins are known for being pretty fleshy. His ears are kind of drooped down, kind of dangling from him. He's got a couple of little stubbles coming out of his chin. He's got a couple of little cowlicks coming out of his head. But by and large, fairly unassuming.
Very nice. And flying above him,
Flying above him, you see a miniature golden elephant with big old wings just flapping as fast as they can. And a little elephant is holding clutched in its front little legs just a very small avocado.
Lulu, you've been trying to convince Lionel of the merits of this avocado for the better part of 2 hours.
Yes.
What category have you moved on to of the merits of the avocado?
What we're talking about right now, the nobility of friendship that can be displayed between two people if they share an avocado. Because the avocado is not just one solid piece. You open it up, and to your surprise, there's the pit of friendship on the inside. And it's not just about, who's getting what part of the avocado, but what's the best way you can share this avocado together as a symbol of your friendship.
Lionel, how are you responding?
Well, that's some fairly pretentious shit I'm hearing, and, being a goblin fisherman, I've heard quite of my fair share of pretentious shit, but, For a flying elephant holding such frivolities in front of my face, sure, why not? I'll give it a chance.
Well, I'm just trying to live my best life over here.
Wasn't ready for super zoomer elephant over here. Oh yeah, and Lionel is total like boomer. Like
It's amazing.
he's a complete boomer right now. So this is a whole ass sitcom waiting to happen.
So
It's like perfect
Fire you
strangers.
guys. Let's share this avocado.
Yeah, so Lionel's gone full granddad right now. Like he's grouchy about it, but like he finds the elephant endearing, so he's kind of playing along.
Something special. Lulu, you notice with your excellent perception check, you notice 4 able-bodied adventurers, and something in your mind that you and Lionel were tasked with in joining this caravan sort of rings a bell.
Oh, that thing. We're supposed to find adventurers to help escort everything. I haven't seen any adventurers, but there's those 4 guys.
Oh, do we have any more descriptions of said adventurers?
They're over there.
Able-bodied.
They're able-bodied adventurers.
Nope. Not that group.
I would cut you out of the adventure this early. I'm sorry.
Well, I see 3 able-bodied adventurers and one well-nourished one.
So there are plenty of other merchants and travelers that you can ask that you two are traveling with, if you're unsure about the terms or what you need to be doing.
Yeah, who's the closest merchant that we've got that looks like knowledgeable?
That would be Baltair McClellan.
Ball hair.
He is he might as well be a McTavish. He's a boisterous, round-bellied dwarf with thick red hair that tumbles down into a beard of near unruly excess.
All right.
Lionel, you look confused.
How does Lionel know this man?
So Baltair is a merchant who usually sells Elturian ale to Baldur's Gate. So he picks up ale from Elturel and transports it along the way. He also represents some of the interests of the breweries in Elturel. So being that you're a fisherman stationed in Elturel, you would see him for a couple of days, and then he would be gone for a while, and then he would come back and would be sharing a drink with some of the locals there. So you may have seen him around some of the the fishers, the sailors' hideouts, or not hideouts, the sailors' dives.
Gotcha.
Bars.
Yeah, so he kind of points up to Lulu and goes, "Yes, my winged companion and I are on the prowl for able-bodied adventurers." He kind of indicates towards the 4 of them. It's like, I assume these are the most able-bodied ones around.
I believe that was the intent.
Well, they are the first ones we've seen, too.
Very well.
But you know the deal. There's no sparage of coin, so let them know the deal. 100 gold to get us to Baldur's Gate each.
What about the book?
Oh, that's right. Who was offering that? Let's see. That would be... That'd be Jacqueline. If you want the book, you'll need to see Jacqueline. But you know the deal with the book. It's a book that anything you write in it becomes reality. Or you can take the 100 gold. Make sure they know that.
Okay.
So off you go. Let them know. So the 4 of you are approached by a red goblin and a flying golden elephant. He has a whole sentence before he even starts talking. He has awake apnea.
He just has apnea.
His shorts have to like come up till his testicles are hanging out of the leg hole.
What's going on here?
Oh my god, are you okay?
Of course I am. Who are you?
I'm Lulu. Who are you?
But elephants don't fly.
I already drink enough of this, they'll fly.
I did earlier, but I don't think it's really affecting me now.
It's hard to tell with your BMI.
Anyways,
I was wondering if you're able-bodied.
of course.
He's ample-bodied.
Why wouldn't I be?
I got more than enough body.
Got enough body for this whole potty.
Hashtag body squad.
Oh my god.
Jesus
Oh, that's a
Christ.
throwback.
What is it that you guys want?
Well, it's not what I want, but the convoy over there, we're looking for people to help get us safely to where we're going, because I've forgotten where that is, because that was such a long time ago that they told me. But we are wondering if you guys were interested in doing guard duties.
He blinks and looks up and convoy. Where did that come from?
The town?
What town? The only one close by is Elturel.
Yeah, that one.
Alright, that's where we be going. El Terrell.
Ooh.
Have you got diarrhea, lad? Or constipation? It's what that sounds like to me. Them noises you be making.
Out with it.
The diarrhea, too.
Lulu just looks at Lionel and says, pokes the avocado.
Cuts off the one side.
Except he wasn't paying attention, and what he thought was the avocado was one of Sir Rolfenheim's balls from under his shorts.
Oh, what's going on here?
Oh, God.
All right. Yeah, so at this point, Lionel's just going to kind of relay all the stuff we talked about as far as rewards, what the job is, that kind of thing. And he's kind of doing it towards the gnome and the Firbolg. They seem to be a little more aware of the situation.
But what of Elturel?
It's a town.
Is it?
It was.
Why is this caravan coming from there?
Well, okay. Well, I'm not 100% sure what happened. But so long story short, I was in the town, and everything was going great. I got my avocado from the merchant, and then this little black dot appeared in the sky, and I was like, oh, that's fun. And then it became not fun really fast because everything just kind of started getting sucked into it, and it was really bad. And I just grabbed my avocado and I just said, I just want to live, laugh, love. I just want to live, laugh, love. I just want to live, laugh, love. And when I opened my eyes, I was outside of the town. But the town was not there.
That may be a problem.
Well, if you're going there, it is.
We were all headed there.
Well, I got good news. You don't have to walk any further.
I don't think he's walked a day in his life.
Your poor horse doesn't have to walk any further.
He's just kind of staring off, trying to process this. What am I supposed to do now?
Would you like an avocado?
Sure.
Okay, you can only have part, though, because the rest is from my friend.
Okay.
She cuts off a little piece of avocado for you and hands it to you.
Then he just immediately eats it.
Have you ever had an avocado?
What is this? This tastes good.
It goes better on toast.
Of course it would.
What doesn't go better on toast?
Well, then I'll have to try it sometime. Well, my order is in Elturel.
Was.
Was, yes. I guess we need to find out what happened.
At this point, Eve's kind of going to look over at Kratoris.
Just call it Kratotis.
Stop looking at my Kratotis.
Kratotis.
Looking over at Kratoris.
Just call him Credo. That's easier.
Credo?
Fredo.
Credo.
Oh, we're on nicknames now.
Pet names.
Well, I mean, we could have discussed that.
You know,
Send me a picture of your schlong.
I need to see that massive schlong at your house, bro. He's gonna kind of look over and just be like, "Well, that kind of changes our plans a little bit, doesn't it? What do you think, Kratos?"
Yes, it sure does. I'm working out. Yeah.
Yes, I seem to be doing
the accent.
I seem to be understanding it. It does change your pleasure.
No, fuck off. You know what? Fuck it. I'll come up with a different accent later.
No worries. That's fine. We're figuring it out.
Yeah,
we were to be going.
No, I'm not doing another Polish accent. It does. Our mission was just to go straight there. We've got nothing now.
Not true, lad. You've got liquor.
Always with the lightheartedness. I love it. Let's. Your name was Lulu, correct?
Yes, it's Lulu.
Nice to meet you. I'm Eves.
Hi, Eves.
And what was your name again?
Singer, Lionel Singer.
Lionel.
Yes.
I don't see a lot of goblins around here.
They don't see a lot of you either.
It's tough to see us. Well, do you have any information of what happened to El Terrell?
Well, my esteemed colleague here has provided our more corpulent companion with all of the details. I don't have much more to add.
Does anybody else in this convoy know anything about what could have happened? We have
Definitely.
we had some business, but it seems "had" being the operative word. Can you direct us to any sort of information or someone who might have a little bit more?
Take your pick. Who do you want to talk to? What kind of person do you want to talk to? There's literally there's over 100 people in this caravan. So you see merchants.
Can you give me like a
riding
roll number to see who I can talk to?
Yeah.
Like 1 to 5, whatever.
Yeah,
Some
let's
bullshit.
see, one,
Let's leave it up to Chance, the rapper.
Okay.
Roll a D100. He's got to come
roll
up
a
with
D20.
100 NPCs.
And then, just roll a D20.
Got 11.
11. All right. So, the first person you see when you're like, all right, who am I going to ask? You see a Kenku. And Kenkus are kind of raven bird people. This one in particular has oily brown feathers and a heavy limp on his left side. So, what do you say when you approach him?
Excuse me.
Hello,
I'm Eves.
I'm Doorslam.
We
Come on.
This is my brother. Shut window.
My name is Dorsey.
Doorslam's, my real name is, and then he opens his mouth and literally the sound of a door slamming because ravens can do the perfect mimicry. But people just call me Doorslam.
forevermore. So can you so what happened? My companions and I over there were traveling to El Terrell, but now it seems that we are not anymore.
Yeah, that's correct. Everybody you'll talk to has probably lost somebody today. I was outside of the city. I was hanging with some friends. We were, doing our thing. I'm in
Acting
a
real
gang. It's
cool.
pretty cool. Yeah, it's true. We're in a gang. We're in a group. So me and some of the other merchants were outside doing a thing, and the city just disappeared. It was like there was a loud sound, and then it just disappeared. Like there was some people out in boats that got spared, but unless you were outside the city, you were gone. So honestly, it's good that you weren't in the city when that happened.
Yeah, I guess so.
But what of the rum, lad?
But I just loaded up all my clocks, and we're headed to Baldur's Gate. So I guess you guys are the adventurers that are going to protect us.
I'm gonna look at Kratos and be like, we weren't under the assumption that we were protecting anybody. What do you make of this?
We
Kratos?
came here under explicit orders. Unless anything has changed with those orders since we have been on our journey, we do not have any other mission than to go to the city. But
Well, son,
clearly that's a problem.
there is no city to have a mission to go to.
Who's in charge of the payment?
Well, I guess it's kind of a collective thing, but you maybe want to talk to Jacqueline. She's like in charge of our gang.
Lionel or Lulu, do you have any experience with Jacqueline?
Is my experience with Jacqueline pleasant or unpleasant?
Unpleasant, for sure. There's not a chance it would be pleasant.
He kind of like scratches his head and avoids your gaze as you ask him about Jacqueline.
But you know about the gang she runs.
Lulu is sitting in a box playing with her tail.
Looks like this.
I was
would be a
hoping.
Pleasure.
I was hoping to avoid talking to that one. She's a bit of a firebrand, full of all the worst kinds of youthful energy. Very much unlike my companion you see here.
Pointing, of course, at the lovely Lulu.
But I suppose if you are to be engaging in this endeavor, we might want to go speak with her. I'd rather not go alone if you catch my drift.
Oh, hey! It's Lionel! Doorslam, who are you talking to?
Hi, Jocelyn.
Hi, I'm Lulu. How are you?
Living my best life. How are you?
Oh, good.
This is Jacqueline.
Yeah, how'd you know my name already?
Well, my companions and I heard that since the town has been eliminated, we are now in search of some more work.
Oh, yeah, such a shame. All those people just lost all at once.
So, are you providing any protection for these people here?
What? No, that's y'all's job.
I'm gonna look at my companions. Be like,
You know the deal, right? 100 gold, you get paid, or you can take a book.
What's book?
You want a book?
What's this
So,
book?
if you want the book, you do waive your right to the 100 gold at the end, but you can get the book now if you want it.
What's the book?
This book turns anything you have, anything you write in it, becomes reality.
So can we just write that Altarella's back?
It's worth a try. Only one way to find out.
If you have possession of this book, why have you not taken advantage of it before now?
Oh, Lionel, I'm a jeweler. I'm not some kind of lawyer, magic genie wish lawyer. I'm my own boss. I run a company that processes over 10,000 gold pieces a month, and if you want to be your own boss too, we could talk about that later. But if you want the book, you waive your right to 100 gold. But you get the book that anything you write in it becomes reality.
Stephanie just like perks up all of a sudden and is like, we could write avocado toast in there.
Anything you want in the book becomes reality. It's yours if you want it.
Lulu's eyes are huge right now.
Should we take the book?
Lionel's eyes are very skeptical. How is this like enterprising, entrepreneuring woman not literate enough to see the merit of a book that can like literally give you whatever you want?
Yeah.
Like, can she not read? Like,
Does she seem like somebody who would read?
I mean, she manages a multi-gold.
Doesn't mean you can read.
Yeah.
2 gold.
You see, she has one of the nicest carts in the caravan.
Like,
by
even
far.
even if her lexicon level is not that high, like I'm sure she can afford someone who can. Like,
Yeah.
can I like insight this? Like,
she's demonstrably unpleasant. Please roll a d20.
great.
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying her.
Insight. What's that? Wisdom. That's wisdom. That's a 17.
It's very nice. So, with a 17, you know there's something about the book she's not telling you for sure. Like, you are looking at the success she's had. You've heard of her reputation. Somebody this successful would not, wouldn't just take advantage of this book.
Willingly
If it was
relinquish this,
if it was
yeah.
as it says on the tin, why wouldn't she use it? So you're right to find
Stephanie kind of beckons everybody around except for Jocelyn. Says we should probably waive the right to the gold and take this book, but we should study it.
Oh, hey, it's
before
only
we use
one of
it.
you that waives the gold. Whoever gets the book waives the gold. Oh, there's only one book. I can't give it to all of you.
Oh, well, I'll take the book then, and we can study it.
Sold. Everybody heard that right? All right.
Book's yours.
And she tosses you like a pretty plain leather brown book that says "Your wish becomes reality," sort of embossed on the front. It's a very smart looking book, like not well worn or well used. It feels pretty clean. The pages are like kind of a fresh parchment white yellow.
He's gonna put it in his saddlebag next to 11Z's.
11Z's?
Yeah, that's after second breakfast.
Oh, it's like a late brunch. But yeah, I
Before
like
lunch.
You remember
Before lunch.
the Hobbit movie, or the Hobbit movie?
No, the really crappy. What was that trilogy? Lord of the Rings. Yeah, terrible movies.
Not even a reaction anymore. He's just desensitized to it.
Yeah.
He's like, shove it, troll.
So, okay, so you just put the book away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't eat, you fat fuck.
He might. We don't have any wizards with us, do we? Anything?
I'm an artificer.
Yeah, so he's going to ask if you can glean anything from it, study it. Just
I'll do my best, lad.
don't write anything in it just yet.
All right. You open it up. Blank pages.
Can I do a check?
Arcana?
Arcana.
I was gonna, either Arcana or investigation.
Yeah, you may roll Arcana.
That is a 12.
You do get the impression that when you write something, that's the trigger that something magical will happen.
Our lad, I believe if you write something in the book, some shite will happen.
I have gathered that already. We will take it to Baldur's Gate with us. These poor people need some protection, it seems. And we'll find out what happened to Eltruel.
All right. If you're ready to roll into... So, it will take 10 days to get to Baldur's Gate. Yay, travel rolls. So, we'll roll to see... Actually, we'll just go down the line. That way, y'all get to roll some dice. I'm not rolling everything. Yves, will you roll a d20 for me for the first day?
20.
Ooh! So...
Stephanie dies.
Your whole party died of dysentery.
Yeah.
Of a heart attack.
So, on the first day...
From breathing.
You've met up. You are conversating with some of the merchants and caravan, and a wood elf woman named Alyssa, who is pregnant, begins to go into labor. There are no doctors among the caravan. What do you do?
I cast grease.
Olivia Newton-John comes out. Oh, she can't. She's dead. Too soon.
Jesus. I rage.
Against the dying of the light.
How dare you?
He rages as he slips in my grease spell.
Are there any like stable hands
Stable hands?
or anyone that knows animal husbandry?
There probably are. How do you want to like search for them?
We'll send the squire.
Ah, the squire.
If I must. So basically what he's going to do is he's going to look around for anybody who appears to have been a farmhand or some sort of stablemate.
Perception check for me.
Within. Yep, perception. 1 second. That is an 8.
So pretty quickly you find, you think farmhands, they gotta be tall, they gotta be big. You find a large and tall human. He's bald with tan skin, green eyes, and he's got facial piercings on his lips and cheeks. He looks, actually, he's about your height, maybe a little bit shorter, but he's definitely wider. Okay. He is on foot, but pulling a horse that's drawing a cart with a bunch of stuff in it. And when you sort of peek over the side, you see like all sorts of implements that's like, oh, maybe that's like farm stuff.
Yep.
And he goes, all right, what is it? You're about to ask me for something.
Yes, may I ask your occupation?
Gastronomer. Does Cratotus think that's farm related?
See,
I will say Cratotus has never heard that word before.
Exactly, and his wisdom is his lowest score.
Let's say you want to say insight.
Yeah, let's do an insight. That's a 10. It's a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
Okay. So to be clear, how often do you perform your duties with animals?
Every day.
Okay.
What kind of question is that?
Let me just be blunt. Are you familiar with childbirth?
Yes.
It's menu special number 3.
Can you help us deliver a child?
Can you make a persuasion check?
That is a 15.
All right, I'll just need to get my tools. Give me just a couple minutes.
Do you need assistance? Gathering your tools.
Sure. Just don't get in my way.
Understood.
Cool. So he begins to direct you towards grabbing stuff, and make one more investigation check for me.
Okay. Oh,
Please roll to
jeez.
see that you forgot something.
I got a 14.
Okay. So a lot of these tools are really more complicated than you thought a farmhand would have, and it gets to a point where he's like shaking a bottle, and you're like, oh, he's probably putting like maybe some milk in that to like give to the baby after it's born, so that he's like, and then for a minute there you're like kind of impressed, like, oh, okay, I think this guy knows what he's doing, and he looks at you and says like, okay, take me to the child. And he's got like a plate with a bunch of tools and stuff under like a silver dome.
Okay. Yep. So Cratotus is immediately concerned, but he promise is a promise.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna head straight to the woman giving childbirth.
Yeah. So y'all are grouped up around the campfire with a lot of the caravan folk who are eating and drinking. Alyssa has been pulled off to the side where she's sort of holding her belly and like breathing, like baby's coming soon. So Gavin walks over with the silver dome and says, "Delivery for a baby," and he lifts the dome and reveals a plate with a cold foam, 3 strawberries in like a dial pattern, a single square of cheese, and the tiniest piece of toast you've ever seen.
Sir Stephanie Rolfenheim's eyes just like light up. And his mouth starts salivating. He's like, delicious.
What's his name again? Sorry.
Gavin.
Gavin. I apologize. I may not have been clear. We actually really need help delivering a baby. I'm sure the baby will appreciate what this wonderful concoction that you have put together, but this isn't going to really help.
Well, I don't know what to tell you, but this is the best I can do.
Lulu climbs over his shoulder and just starts looking at the strawberries.
It'll be 75 gold.
He says, normally I would charge, quite the premium, but given what El Terrell's been through, I think I can spare this pretty generous portion, if I say so myself. Again, you look over at the plate. It's like I said, 3 half strawberries, or halved strawberries.
So Kratos gonna walk over to Eves and he's just gonna be like nudge him a little bit and be like, "Hey, I think I fucked up."
I'm just gonna look over and be like, yes. So he's going to roll
Weird, correct.
He's going to roll up his sleeves. And try to help deliver this baby.
Hell yeah.
He is Eves is not the most intelligent when it comes to dealing with people sometimes.
Okay.
He is a smuggler. Mm-hmm. He's good at logistics.
All right.
Not so much with the nice like talking through a situation like that. Sure. He just kind of like jumps into action. So he will try to deliver this baby. He will take a strawberry, pop one real quick, because goddamn, they look really good.
Yeah, you're gonna need some energy.
And yeah.
Roll a d20. It's gonna be a medicine check.
Yep.
Does somebody want to help?
Yeah. Kratos is helping.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
Nat 20 to
You wanna
my
roll?
2.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your d20 once more.
Okay, that's better. It's a 12.
Okay, I'll make it a -1.
I have a -1.
You are a barbarian. I should. All right. So you managed to not kill the mother. So I rage.
You know what? Before all this transpires, Kratos gonna go and like pick up Lulu from whatever they're doing. He's like, "Hey, you seem good with words. Go comfort the mother." Okay. He just like pushes him over there.
Very nice. So with you 4, 3, I would say 3, but but Gavin is still standing there with the plate, waiting to deliver to the baby. And we'll say Kratos with your 20. You see Yves like kind of struggling a little bit. His face kind of goes pale for a minute, and you how do you? This might make Yves uncomfortable, but you know that if you don't step in, this isn't going to happen. So what do you do?
Okay. Actually, so just due to past upbringing, Kratos does have a little bit of experience with
Birthing
animals
them
giving
babies.
birth in the wild. Just a little bit. He's observed it. So he's knowing that if he were to go touch Yves on the shoulder or whisper in his ear right now, that he would probably jump and do something rash. So he's going to use his cantrip message and just in his mind, send a message, say, all right, calm down. What you need to do is X, Y, Z, and is just doing his best to make sense of the thing. Try to have some form of confidence here.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, Yves, you hear a calming voice. Make an insight check. Okay, that's actually perfect. I kind of wanted that. It's a crit fail. But that means you don't immediately identify this as your friend Kratos. So in your moment of panic, you hear this calming voice settle on the little wrinkles of your brain. Sort of.
For flavor text, Yves thinks the baby is communicating.
The baby is trying to help you. And so as you deliver the baby and the baby's in your arms and crying, and before you hand it off to the mother, you see the face of someone who's going to be very important to you at some point in your life. If you're assuming that this baby was the one talking to you, what kind of impact does this have on you?
Right now, Yves is he threw up in the moment, but he's also just like shaking with the baby because he's just.
Yves is shaking the baby.
Yeah, the mother will take her baby and like, holding her baby, puts a hand on your arm and says, "Thank you."
This might be the most profound moment of my life right now.
Likewise.
I don't think anything will be able to top this moment.
And between two of you, a plate with 3 strawberries. With 2 strawberries slips through and he goes, "Delivery for the baby."
I feel like he goes down to the baby after that and goes, "Leave me a 5-star review on Yelp."
Yeah. Yelp is just when you eat something so good, you yelp out loud. Amazing.
My God.
Okay. So the first day and night passes without any issues. Clovis.
2.
The baby dies.
No.
The mother kills the baby.
The goddamn baby was talking to me in my mind.
Clovis, you see in the middle of the day, you see sort of near Lulu hovering one of the caravans. You see a sort of back and forth small flying creatures going to the forest woodline and back over and over. What do you do? Sorry to recap. Lulu is kind of hovering over one of the carts, and there is a number of small flying things going back and forth from one of the carts.
Hey, small flying thing. What are those small flying things? Are they like you?
No?
When you look, you see that they are apples, bananas, pears, small loaves of bread, grapes. They are rations that are floating away into the wood line and not returning.
They're delicious. And they're leaving. Oh.
Arr. They be the rations, eh?
Yeah.
Arf.
Arf.
It's a thing I say.
Edgy character development. But have they taken the rum?
No, not the rum, but the raisins are gone.
I figure food may be important, especially with that one. Looks at Sir Rolfenheim, eating half of it every day. All right, here's the deal. If I'm not back in half an hour, I guess just leave. I don't know what else to say.
All right.
Okay, one question.
Sure.
What's half an hour?
You remember the strawberries from yesterday? You take an hour and you do that.
But the strawberries left.
All right, I'll be back.
All right. So Clovis solo going off into the woods.
Yeah, I don't really know anyone else. I'm not going to go all the way in the woods. I'm going to go to the tree line.
You don't know Eves? You don't know Credo?
That's okay.
You don't know Steph?
If you're just going to pop a look,
Yeah.
you can. You do go to the side. Roll a perception check for me,
I'm excited.
and then I'll ask one other question. Are you trying to stay hidden?
Yes.
Okay. So perception check, and then
16.
Then a stealth check.
16 for prescription.
Okay.
13 for stealth.
Okay. You reasonably hide yourself behind a bush, and you peek through, and you see a few fairies that have. You see a floating banana sort of come into frame, and then a fairy appears who was previously invisible, peels the banana, and quickly the little gang of fairies descends on it and eats everything up as fast as they can, and with these high-pitched little laughs, they're just having the time of their lives, just eating. And you see refuse of dozens of fruits and rations that have been eaten by these mischievous fairies. But you appear to be... They don't appear to notice you right away.
I feel like as a Scotsman, he should get disadvantage to stealth checks.
What is going on over here?
Not just as a Scotsman, but as a McTavish.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking.
Lulu is, by the way, just kind of staring at him from the caravan
he's
still, just like...
peeking over a bush. So what do you want to do?
All right, so here's a question. So are they... Do I see they're pulling them from our caravan, right? They're
Yes.
magically pulling them.
They are invisibling themselves, grabbing food, and then...
Oh, and bringing them back.
Yep, flying back.
Okay. All right, we're gonna go back to the caravan, and I'm gonna get up on the ore cart
Archer's
and
back.
yeah, get up on the ore cart and say, "Are there be fairies in the woods? They're stealing our food."
Make an intimidation check.
Where's my intimidation? I gotta go to that. Hang on.
Does anybody do anything when Clovis says that?
It was an 8.
So Lionel doesn't, but his shark statue starts vibrating angrily.
Okay. The fairies no longer keep up the act of being invisible, but you can see them now, and these gross little butterfly winged creatures with sort of elven features exaggerated to the extreme, very long ears and lithe, sort of grab everything that their little arms can carry and try to fly off slowly.
I'm going to cast Magic Pebble.
Ooh, magic stone.
Yes, Magic Stone. You
right.
touch 1 to 3 pebbles and imbue them with magic. You or someone else can make a ranged attack spell by throwing one of the pebbles. If thrown, it has a range of 60, and then I add my spell modifier to a 1d6.
All right.
So I'm gonna make 3 pebbles from the ground. Well, I'm in a fucking ore cart. I'll just grab some ore pebbles.
Yeah.
So I'll make 3 pebbles, and then your character, the goblin
Lionel.
Lionel, yeah, Lionel's near me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give him 1 for now, and I say, throw it at the fairy boy, and
Oh, that's
Clip that.
don't hit Lulu.
I'm a girl.
Wait, are you giving it to me or her?
to you,
Oh, so at this,
Gorblin.
so
you're
first,
the only one close by.
yeah. So first of all, he kind of like laughs at you because like he's probably older than all of you put together. Second, he grabs his statue and goes,
Oh, don't worry about me, lad. You might want to save that one for yourself. I've got a couple of tricks up my sleeve.
and he kind of like tosses it in his hand a couple of times, and he's ready to throw it alongside you.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna start throwing some d6s.
All right.
So I get
He's gonna throw his statue. He's not aiming at a fairy. He's just throwing it 15 feet out.
Okay. Cool. You throw it, and let me find. Are you aren't trying to hit are you trying to hit a fairy with it?
No, he's just throwing this statue into the Fey crowd here. Exactly
Oh.
15 feet, because that's as far as I can do it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, is there anything else? Is there any follow-up?
So when the statue like reaches the apex of like its airtime, the statue kind of like swirls and twists. The shark kind of becomes more and more humanoid until a really ghostly, kind of chubby goblin figure kind of erupts from it. He hits the ground.
I'm ready.
He hits the ground and looks around and goes,
Oi there! What's all this zogging face stink we looking at here?
and he pulls out a ghostly fishing rod and takes a swipe at one of the fairies.
Sweet.
He's an echo fighter, bro. That's his echo. Bro, we talked about that. I just didn't tell you he was part orc.
I'm ready.
All right, so he's going to take a swing.
Okay.
He's got a whip. Well, it's a fishing rod, but it's a whip.
It's a whip.
So he's
go
gonna take a swing at one of
ready.
these fairies. Mm-hmm. He rolled not great. That's a +5.
Jesus.
That's an 8 to hit.
Oof. Yeah. Unfortunately, the fishing line goes wide over the fairies, who sort of drop quickly to duck under, and their flight path begins to sort of like twist around to avoid.
Oh, bugger off! Let me have another go.
We're gonna use a bonus action to give him another attack. Woo! That one is marginally better.
Okay.
It has a 9 + 5.
14.
Yeah.
14 will hit.
All right, we're doing it. That's a D4 + 3. That's 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. You do whack one of the fairies, who struggles to maintain the full weight of all the food that they're carrying, and they drop some out of their right arm, but they still have enough in their left arm, so they drop some, but not all of it.
That one dropped these gubbins, they did.
I'm gonna start slinging stones.
Sling a stone.
15,
That hits.
and then d6 + 4.
Very nice.
All right, that is a 9.
Woo! How do you kill this fairy?
Well, I'm
I mean, I guess I know.
just fucking dunk, just right off the forehead. Just
Yeah.
Imagine it just falls to the ground like with
Yeah.
a thud.
Yeah, like a praying mantis, like struck in flight, just falls, like careens over, dropping all the food in its arms. There's one more fairy that was carrying food. Credo, Sir Stephanie, Sir Rolfenheim, and then Yves. Are y'all doing anything?
Yves is going to cast, or he has a masquerade tattoo. That's his magical item. And he can disguise self, so he's going to infiltrate the fairies.
Just big fairy.
Yeah, and he's going to murder them.
What I love about that is it doesn't let you disguise self. I think doesn't let you change size. Actually, no, lets you go up or down one. So you can go from small to. Holy shit! You actually can. You can't fly, but you can become tiny.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious. Okay, so you look exactly like a fairy. You are tiny like a fairy. What's next?
I'm going to use my action to. Well, I guess that was an action. So I'm going to like run towards the fairies.
Okay.
And be like, they got my wings! They got my wings!
That's amazing. Make a persuasion check, please.
Oh god, please.
You gotta beat a 12. Do you have a bonus?
Oh, I do. +2.
Oh yeah. So you see the one like turn and like, Aragon!
Ah, they got my wings! Run faster! Short little legs. He's gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you, since you catch this one off guard, if you wanted to like pop your snare here to get the one that's carrying food, you can do that. Or if you want to wait,
He's gonna wait.
Oh shit!
He's gonna wait.
He's gonna wait to pop that snare, he is.
Rolfenheim and Credo.
Stephanie's running as fast as his little legs will carry him.
So, like,
And he's got his sword up in the air and just shouting.
a very slow shuffle.
Yes, no. He's surprisingly quick for a big guy.
Natural sprinters.
Are you trying to scare them, or are you wanting to like?
How far away are they?
How far away are you?
30 feet.
Okay. I'm good with it.
He's going to run up and, as close as he can get, and he's going to cast Compelled Duel.
Ooh, okay. What is it? A save?
Wisdom.
This one does pass.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
And then if he's close enough, he can try and attack, but I don't know if he is or not.
Yeah, you're close enough.
All right. Oh, 20.
Yeah, that hits.
Nine damage.
Yeah, you tell me how you kill this last fairy.
He runs up and he tries his Compelled Duel and he says, "Get back here, you thief. Shouldn't be stealing from these people." And he raises his sword up and shield in the other hand strikes a heroic pose of a massive blob and just swings and cuts it in half.
Nice. I was expecting cut it in half or use the flat of the blade to like swat it like a fly swatter. Very nice. So the rest of the day passes without issue.
Everything's all tea and crumpets here, gang.
Very nice. Credo, did you roll a d20 for me?
All right. That's a 17.
17. Let's see. Credo, you are at the front of the caravan when you see a group of Hell Riders on horseback come sort of towards your group. They don't appear to be moving over for the larger caravan, which is normally the procedure. They are beginning to rush past, or they are approaching at a high speed. What do you do?
Oh shoot! So Credo is usually not used to making like impulse decisions on his own with other people, but at this point he is going to immediately signal over to Eves and be like, I guess Eves, are you nearby? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'd probably be nearby, but definitely like give me a shout.
Hey, Eves!
Huh?
Look ahead.
Gonna look over. And do they have like? Do the Hell Knights have any kind of like noticeable features depending on how far out they are?
So the Hell Riders have, you've seen Sir Rolfenheim, they have a tabard that they wear regardless of, they can have any kind of armor, but they have a tabard that identifies them as Hell Riders. It's a symbol, give me 1 second.
Tabard to some.
No, it's just a symbol, like a
Window
drum
curtain.
symbol.
Window curtain to the others.
They wear a ride symbol.
1 second.
Zildjian.
There's one right there.
There is one right there. There was
Yeah, there was fucking two.
for like months. And you couldn't find it.
Yeah, I fucking looked
Like the
there.
fucking spare key.
So this. It's a question. You think I'd know this?
I'm chewing for you.
The symbol of the Hell Riders is a small sun with a large orb sort of behind it.
At the small sun, Hughes perks up a little bit and remembers that day fondly.
Small sun.
His small son that he delivered.
That's adorable.
I'm kidding. He's gonna look over and be like, "Hey, Steph."
That's Sir Brofenheim to you.
Okay, who is?
Completely gaslights him. Yeah, whatever.
Who? You're crazy. Who? Why are the Hell Knights coming over here? What do you know about this?
You mean the Hell Riders?
Okay.
I need your help. Whatever.
Well, I'm assuming since the Hell Riders' base is in Elturel, and Elturel is gone, they're probably looking for Elturel.
Who would have gotten word that Elturel's gone to them so quickly?
A wizard?
Sure enough, as you're having this conversation, the four Hell Riders on very tired-looking horses.
Not the tiredest looking horse, though.
Not as tired.
Not the most tired horse. The one that... Wow.
Yes,
This is a fate worse
should
than
be
death.
Owen Wilson.
It will never be. No, it will never be.
You think you hear the horse talk, but as you turn, it's just sighing.
This horse has got to be like so used to it. It's probably like mega built. It's like a pit bull.
Its spine is scar tissue.
It's built like a fucking bulldog.
or a bull.
It is a bull. You're just fucking Mongo.
One of the Hell Riders draws his blade and sort of gestures towards the caravan. Turn this caravan around right now.
And go where?
Back to El Terrell.
There is no Elturel.
Have you seen it? Have you seen the crater that they say that's there? El Terrell can't just have gone missing. This is a misunderstanding. You have to turn around now.
Is it Elturel or is it a crater?
It's El Terrell, and it's where you're going back to.
And it's gone.
Stephanie rides out in front.
He does
and
the
signals.
he does a quick symbol of like the Hell Riders to. Yeah, blood. What's good, young blood?
Oh my god.
By the blood of the companion.
Yeah.
So you do your sick daps and yeah. He says,
Exchange grapefruits.
"Surely you're not entertaining this flight of fancy."
But they said Elturel is gone.
I don't know what madman this is, but a city just can't vanish. It's not possible.
Of course it has. Have you studied your history?
Well, of course, as much as any of us have.
Okay, is there a history of a city disappearing?
Yeah, no.
Anywhere at all?
Roll a history check for me.
1.
No, I'm not using that dice.
I think I'm using it now.
11.
11. So you start thinking about like cities disappearing, disappearance cities. The one thing that comes to mind is, and they teach every Hell Rider this, is the hardest time that El Terrell has ever been through was the night of the Red Coup and the rule of Vampire Lord Ikaya, who was the High Observer. At that time was like the leader of El Terrell. Turned out they were a vampire. So they had the Night of the Red Coup. The High Observer tried to take over everything, and they failed. The companion appeared, drove the vampire out. And then you're like, well, he disappeared, I guess. But the entire city, that just, no.
What do you remember the night of the Red Coup?
Of course, they teach it to us.
Well, there are reports that something has happened to the companion.
It's not possible.
Why is it
Yeah.
not possible? Because
Make a persuasion check for me.
the wonderful dice it does.
1.
9.
I expected that. He goes, look, maybe there's some merit. Maybe there is actually has been a disaster, but fine. It's not like we can supply a caravan of this size, the return journey.
You can't. You can hold on to those beliefs, or you can think about the situation of 100 people have left, and we're on the road right now currently.
Regardless, I need to see it for myself.
You continue on and we'll deliver the news to Baldur's Gate. And we'll try and find someone there that can help us.
At this, he sheaths his sword and makes one more sign. It says, "Companion, protect you. Companion, protect us all."
Bloods.
And he and his group move aside for the caravan to pass. And as you look over your shoulder, you see he and his group head towards Elturel.
Continue on, he says as he's half sleeping on his horse.
Can Lionel kind of make a remark to the guy as they're kind of parting ways?
Sure.
Yeah, so Lionel has he's been around the block a little bit. He has a suspicion he might have had somebody in town. So he kind of looks at him and gives him sort of that old grandfatherly look and goes,
From what I understand, everyone there passed very quickly and peacefully. I don't think there was any pain to be had.
and he just kind of walks away.
Very wise. I think... Okay, yeah. I think he turns away to deny any show of emotion, or is what would be his instinct.
Lionel didn't see shit.
He ain't no
Okay.
Lulu
snitch.
heard the screams. They were terrible.
Way to mix it up. Lulu, would you roll a d20 for me? Oh my. I'm making you roll dice. Holy shit. 5. Oh.
Wolves.
All the Hell Riders just beating the shit out of Lulu.
They kill the baby.
The town was there, bitches.
Yeah. So
Eat the baby.
you're about at the midway point of the journey towards Baldur's Gate. And marking the middle of the journey is the fort known as Fort Morning Lord. Can I have a history check from Yves, Cratotus, and Sir Rolfenheim?
More like
And Lionel.
Fort Edgelord.
Fort Edgelord.
I've got a nat 22. Jesus
Dude,
Christ. I'm
we've
rolling
got
big
nat
today.
20s. What the fuck?
You got the Knight of the Red Coup. You're good.
You said history?
History.
That's a 19 from Lionel.
All right, so the three of you know
Damn.
Fort Morning Lord has a storied history of being a cursed place. So, you three with the rest of the caravan head towards what appears to be an abandoned garrison outside of the fort, where Sir Rolfenheim, you see this big, like, abandoned, very fortified castle. Like, why are we not staying there? Do you want to make that suggestion? You don't have to, but
Why aren't we staying here?
We don't stay there.
We are never.
We avoid that place
we
at
are
all
not
costs.
going here.
Did it add a bad Yelp review?
yeah. So what had happened?
You could
What had happened
you could say
was
that.
there was an order of paladins at Fort Morning Lord that suddenly they disappeared, and what was left was stones of the castle blackened from the inside. And even now you can see, like, the inner windows. It looks like something was like blasted out. And this, like, black dust is stuck to it. So they just disappeared overnight.
A lot of my contacts have gone missing around this area. Kratos can attest to that too.
100%.
We tend to stay away from here, and if we can, I recommend we take the long way around this garrison. If we go through it, we'll surely lose people.
The folks of this caravan cannot handle that kind of pressure.
Okay, well, we'll hang out, and I'll just order those two to stay inside.
So,
No.
as you all bed down for the night, Lulu, in your box, little cardboard box, you have a dream. And inside this dream, you're surrounded by this warm feeling. And
Piss the bed.
you feel at first it feels like this weightlessness floating that you're used to, but something feels a little heavier. And so you try to move, and you do feel that there's something wet surrounding you. It's this slime, this like warm slime that is just too uncomfortably warm. And as you start to struggle, you feel your front digits, whatever an elephant has, sort of
Paw, I
little
guess.
flat,
The little nubbies.
foot,
My little feetsies.
the little feetsies, sort of brush against a membrane, and you push, and you feel a tear, and you are spit out with a gush of liquid onto this hot, dry land. And as your eyes acclimatize, you don't know how long it's been. You see the worst thing you've ever seen in your life, which is what?
It's a moldy avocado. What the hell was I doing in a moldy avocado? I mean, a couple of days, yeah, but
Lionel, you wake up to hear this like sound coming from Lulu's box next to your bedroll.
Oh, the two little darlings appears to be chasing something. What a sogging top that one is!
He smacks the statue.
Lionel, can I get a D20 roll?
Yes, you may. It's a 3.
A 3.
A 1. A 2. A 3.
A 3.
3.
You're walking along the road. You're Lionel. Currently, you are up near the front, sort of looking out, and you see a number of other carts on the road. You're gaining it at a speed that, like one of you will have to move. It's a little hard to tell. You can see the carts from here, but you don't really see any other details at this point. Does that trigger any response, or is there anything you want to do with that first?
Yeah, he considers himself a people person, but he also doesn't like associating with people that he doesn't know necessarily. So he's gonna signal towards Sir Raffelheim.
Sir Raffelheim, if I may have your assistance for a moment.
What's going on?
We appear to be closing in on this caravan.
Do they appear armed at all, or are they too far out to make out any of those details?
So what you see right away is a couple of the carts in the back. You see that there are people at the like driver's spot, but as you've gotten like a little bit closer, you can see that they're actually not moving at all. But that there are people, at least a couple people, manning the cart.
Sir Raffelheim, if you and your noble steed there would be willing to ride around the left flank here. I'm not sure who we're coming up against, but I'd prefer to have someone on the outside if these travelers are less than hospitable.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you, sir.
So you're riding ahead.
Yes.
Cool.
Actually, he's-
tell me exactly what you do.
Riding a horse.
Yeah.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
So
Yeah. So he's going to go kind of like out to the side, whatever blind side that they may have.
sure. Currently, you're, complete blindside. You see that the closest figure to you, the closest cart to you, is facing forward, not even really registering that you're coming up on them. And as you get closer, it just seems to be like a guy in a cart. Do you want to like pass along the side, or do you want to pass this guy, or like? I guess tell me what your plan is.
There's nothing sketchy about him or anything.
Not that you can see. Give me a perception check.
That's a 20.
Woo!
With whatever I add to it.
Yeah, you see some flecks of red on the back of his shirt. And as you continue to look, you see on the front his throat has been slashed from side to side. His head is sitting limply off to the side, and he has bled out all across the front of his shirt.
He's going to ride back to the caravan and help them as soon as he can.
Yeah.
And then gather the rest of the companions.
With a quick flash look at the rest, you see that you see other bodies are strewn in the road under the carts. But yeah, you rush back immediately. What do you say? Lionel would be the first to hear you. So what do you say to him?
He's actually going to gather everybody, and he lets them know that there was that there is an ambush ahead. The people that were at the carts and everything are all dead. They're just there as decoys, and that nobody noticed him when he came up. So maybe we should all sneak up that way and try and find out whoever's trying to ambush us and ambush them. Ambush the ambushers.
I say we take a team of decoys to decoy the decoys up the normal way. And then they attack us, but then we attack them back. And then you come in from the flank.
We build a copy of El Terrell.
And move it somewhere else.
Anybody got a dime?
We've been suckered in. I love how we all instinctively went to Blazing Saddles there.
Guys, I had a bad dream.
Okay.
Poor Lou.
Guys?
Dreams are important, love. Tell us about it.
Well, I was sleeping and I was in something. I didn't know what it was at first, but I fell out of it, and I thought it was an avocado at first because it was kind of slimy and warm, and you know how they get after a couple of days when you forgot to put lemon in them, and and I fell out of it, and it was hot, and I thought I tasted bad avocado, but then I realized it wasn't bad avocado. It was blood and feathers. And it tasted really bad. I peed myself.
Smash cut to fucking, I forgot my own character's name, Clovis. He's sitting there, the couch and everything. He's got the glasses on. And yes, this is why you want to kill your mother.
No, but I do need a new box because this one's wet.
Oh, did I hear you say lemon?
No.
Lulu? Lemon?
Oh, thank you.
All right, I'm deleting this podcast.
Standing there is an Earth Genasi, a fairly stocky humanoid.
Wait, don't you mean like another goblin that used to be named Acorn?
No, that's Lemons.
Oh, that's right.
This is a grocer named Korg.
Aw,
Lemon?
thank you. A couple more of these and we can have a party.
You've got two elderly dudes. You just need a third.
Halfway there.
And a weed.
I already had the weed in the box. I need to do one.
This is like triple entendre right now. Holy fuck.
Anyway, if you need any more aid related to lemons, let me know.
I already have AIDS.
So, knowing, so Eves is gonna kind of.
So the caravan has been stopped. Sir Wolfenheim kind of called everybody to stop, presented a plan. What do y'all want to do?
So there's like two routes to get up there. He took a sneaky route, but then there's like if we just stay straight ahead, we get to the same place that he did.
There's only one road. And
But he
currently,
like sort of went around the side,
but yeah, just as one horse, he was able to sort of like
weave in,
look-
bob
yeah.
and weave.
Yeah.
Is there a wagon to spare?
They could maybe move some stuff around, but possibly
have one of
you
us.
can have one.
I got a
Right.
shitload of ore that can't be sold because there's no town to sell it to.
Oh yeah, he could ride the wagon up through there and have him come after it, and then we'll
Yeah,
jump
one
the jumper.
one
Yeah,
smaller cart.
That was my
Probably.
plan. I wanted to make a distraction and then have everyone else hide in the bushes and come out and jump the jumpers.
Okay. All right.
I'll take an extra set of hands, but I'll drive the cart and have someone hide with me
Clovis and his cart.
under my rocks.
So Eves being a little bit of a little sneaky guy, he can cast minor illusion, and so I'll pose an idea that if we can, hold on. So Clovis, what was your idea?
Basically, split the party, have a distraction team go in and try to rouse the people that are going to jump us, and then have everyone else rush up after we get jumped.
So I can definitely cast a minor illusion to see if we can lure the killers out. I can create like a small person, like with a 5-foot cube, I guess is what it was.
Cool.
And then see if we can.
Oh, you would have like Clovis and like literally some decoy people.
Yeah.
Or like okay.
Yeah, and then if
Cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
If you've seen Metal Gear Solid 5 when he has all the inflatable,
An inflatable guy.
that kind of thing,
I love it.
and then we can get the jump on him. What do you think? Is that okay?
Works for me.
To metagame a little bit.
No, sounds like a plan.
All right.
And my axe.
All right. So Clovis and pretend person, and Clovis, or sorry, and Eves in
Yeah,
the cart.
Eves.
Okay. Are you hiding in the ore or something? Where are you sitting?
I'm probably gonna be hiding. Like, I'll probably like cover myself up.
Okay. Cool. So Clovis, give me a vehicle handling check to like sort of navigate around and through the.
What is that under?
It's a tool proficiency. So just roll. Let's do a dexterity check. No proficiency. So just D20 plus your dexterity bonus.
An 8.
You. So
I'm
you're
bump drafting everybody.
Yeah. So as this is kind of dark. As you're sort of trying to like weave through some of the carts, you don't. You accidentally bump one of the bodies that like flops over and gets stuck under one of your wheels, and your horse like stops suddenly, and your cart's like stuck between a dead body and another cart.
Eve's is gonna say, "Can you please hit everything else on your way over there?"
Well, this is good according to our plan. Now we look stuck because we are stuck.
So I guess I'll get the illusion character to like check the dead body or
That's
like.
amazing. I love it.
I'm just imagining your minor illusion character being like an anime dub character. It's the mouth like moving like this, and it's like the words don't match up.
It's Krieger's anime hologram off of Archer.
I was thinking Kermit from Family Guy.
So you see out from under one of the carts, an arm reaches up and like tries to grab the illusion and do the like Navy SEAL like knife trick, and like it's just passing right through, and then he suddenly realizes that it's not real and begins to like look around and see it's Clovis, but you have the drop on him.
Oh yes, so I am.
So looking at me, right?
Looking at you, but you both have the drop on him.
I'm a McTavish. What do McTavishes do? Opposed athletics. I'm gonna grab him.
It's shouldn't be too hard.
By the balls.
Can't fuck this up. You
I
fucked
can.
this
It's
up.
an 8.
Yeah, so you toss yourself like a barrel of rum ham towards he grabs you like by the shirt of your like shoulders like this and tosses you, and you slide under the cart. What do you do?
So Eve's is gonna be like, my turn, and then he's gonna bust out. And he's gonna rage.
He's gonna bust.
So the reason why his knuckles are so like wrecked is because part of his affliction that his mother had left him was that some slight claws start to like protrude out a little. He's not Wolverine.
Yeah.
So try to like protrude out a little bit from him, and he's going to like he's gonna try to
like rip him in half.
yeah. So he gets 2 attacks.
Oh my gosh.
Or 1d6 slashing, but extra attack. So he's going to go for a quick double slash.
Sweet. Go ahead and roll both to hit together,
Oh, okay. Can I get a?
or just back to back, whatever you want.
I'm sorry. We fucking suck, dude.
So you
For what it's worth, I forgot I'm a barbarian, and I should have had advantage on that athletics roll. But oh well.
You dive forward, and he sort of steps aside, and your claws stick in the wood and slash cleanly away as you like rip the wood asunder.
I just imagine he goes like, fuck. Just quick.
So he has a sort of classic bandit's hood and mask, and
I will willingly give him advantage
okay.
to attack me because now I get advantage to attack him.
Oh, you want to recklessly attack?
Yeah.
I think you get a bonus action attack.
It is so all it says. For
Oh, you
me,
get to roll with advantage.
So yeah, anytime
Yeah,
I
go
have a
ahead.
strength-based attack, I'll get advantage. So no, you can still do your thing. It's just now like I can.
I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it. Do the reckless attack. Seeing your rolls. Go ahead and roll your attacks with advantage. So we'll flavor it. Your first like swipes kind of go clean.
Okay.
Yves gets pissed and like, yeah. So you get to sort of swing again.
Okay,
Is that almost the same?
it's almost the same
Same
fucking
roll.
thing. So the 9
What's the 9?
plus 2.
9!
A 9. 11.
I'm sorry. The first slash he sort of steps to the side. You see red. Your face boils with blood. You swipe again. And he goes, "You're gonna regret trying that."
I know what fucking John Wilkes Booth felt like now. Jesus Christ.
And he's gonna take a dagger and try to slash at you.
He gets advantage.
Oh. Okay. What that one wasn't as good.
He definitely does hit me though.
Can I have a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh, I think I get advantage.
I think you do. Or you have proficiency as a barbarian with strength. You'll have advantage on when you're raging.
Oh, I don't get advantage. So I got 10. With my con mod is 12.
You take 1 poison damage,
Oh shit.
but you are not poisoned. Clovis, you are under the cart.
Can I grab his feet?
Yes.
Grab his ankles?
Yeah. Roll athletics.
All right, I'm not going to forget that I get my 2-a-day strength advantage, so I'll use that if I
yeah.
need to.
Oh, you rage.
No, it's just a flat 2-a-day outside of rage. It's just 2 times a day you gain advantage on strength checks. Or is that rage?
That's
you get
rage.
twice a day.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll enter rage then.
Okay.
And the first one is actually I'm not going to need it. It's 15.
Yeah, you get him. You grab his ankles, so he's grappled.
Is that the full extent of my action, or can I?
So that is an action. What do you want to do?
I was just going to pull him on the ground, try to get him prone. But that
yeah, so
probably need
he's-
another action.
Yeah. So he's grappled. He's not going anywhere right now. And Eves is back up, and he is grappled, so you have advantage.
I'm going to I'm not happy.
Okay.
I am going to use my claws to go for his throat.
Okay. Roll with advantage. You don't need to recklessly attack.
Okay, that's better.
good.
18.
Cool. Yeah, you hit. Roll your damage.
So 1d6 slashing damage. I don't have a d6. 5.
Plus your rage damage, plus strength and proficiency. Or just plus strength. Plus strength and rage.
Okay, so that's 10 damage.
Tell me how you kill him.
It's just a simple like I don't miss and then on God.
No cap.
Straight bust.
Just crush his throat.
Yeah, so all right, what I kind of want to see is from Clovis's perspective. He's like, he grabs his ankles, and then all of a sudden Yves attacks, and just Clovis is holding like 2 little like leg stumps. The rest of it's just gone. No, but what I want to say. Who was in front? Was it Sir Rolfenheim was up front? What you see is just a spray of blood go up into the air as Yves kills this highwayman. You hear a loud crack from the woods, and then silence.
What was the loud crack?
It sounded like wood or like a twig snapping.
Okay, let's head that way.
Okay. One of the merchants says, "Look, before you go, the caravan's been stopped for a long time. I think anybody who saw that would have been scared. We really need to get the caravan on the move. If there's some danger out there, we need to move past it."
Okay.
So, can you, I don't know, figure out a way to get the other caravan off the road or something?
Well, why don't you just push it? You have enough people. We're paid to protect, not to serve.
There won't be a caravan to protect if we don't get this caravan off the road.
Well, have your people push it.
I don't have.
So while this is going on,
There are about
Crototus is just going to
100
walk
of
up to
them.
where Eves is at.
he like
And
looks
he's
down
gonna
at
just-
Alyssa with her newborn. Well, go ahead.
101 people.
Yeah, so Crototus is like sick and tired of hearing the bickering, so he's just going to go over to help Eves, and I guess he's just going to start moving shit out of the way.
He's just trying to calm down, and you're getting the impression that the red pocket square is not red naturally. He's cleaning off his knuckles now.
Did he kill someone with a pocket square?
No. That's what he.
Oh, he
wiped.
just got blood.
This is like his cum rag, but for blood.
Sesame Street presents. Oh shit, that's my blood sock.
So
I like that you had to specify it was a cum rag, but for
Yeah, it's just a.
Oh yeah.
a rag for blood.
yeah,
just barbarian things.
Yeah, it's
That's
like-
our, no, that's just our
Yeah,
baseline.
yeah.
Is just like we identify everything against a cum rag.
Yeah, okay. I'm totally getting
I mean,
with
yeah,
it.
it's like this podcast is.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a cum rag.
I bought one of those Rivian trucks. You know, it's like a cum rag but electric.
yeah. So yeah, Crototus walks up. He looks
Salty Boys
down. He
podcast,
notices
a cum rag you can listen to.
Yes. Change
God
the
damn it.
byline.
Organic gay cum rags.
Okay.
God damn it!
All right. So Yves and
You mean hemp
Credo.
socks?
Yeah, so Credo walks up. He notices the bloodstained cum rag. He's like, "I see. You had another successful conversation."
It's been handled, and then he's like, let's move these.
And then,
Understood.
as this conversation goes on, Clovis is going to come up from under the cart and say, "Aye, it were a feat of strength." Just with mad feet in my hands.
Yeah. Classic.
Feet,
Classic
hands.
McTavish.
Hands,
Crototus is just going to like stare at him at the feet and just immediately turn around, pick something up, and start moving it.
It's a joke, you clod.
With a couple of you
Yes,
working on it,
yeah.
it won't take too long. A lot of these carts were still in like fairly good condition. They weren't disabled by any means. They're like one or two are missing wheels. They can quickly just like pop on temporarily to shove off the road. So the three of you are doing it. Is anybody else helping them?
Stephanie's still arguing about it.
By the time it's done, they're still arguing.
moving.
I feel like Lionel's there helping out.
Lulu is doing that thing that like she's trying to help, but everything keeps getting moved right as she gets there. She's just like, let me get
You do end up managing to move some wrapping paper out of out of one of the carts.
I crinkle it very loudly so everyone knows I'm moving it.
Yeah.
Lionel's also gonna hop down to the whatever's left of our attacker. He's just trying to find any identifying marks, clothing, anything like that might give away what's going on.
What's left of him? Yeah. Sort of just indicates he's a run-of-the-mill highwayman. Just one guy, and especially given that like no one followed up. If he was part of a group, they've long moved on. He does not have any identifying characteristics. As you take his
Shoes.
as you take his shoes. It's definitely not this one. Hang on, sorry. I got a Medusa farmer as the generator. It's like you didn't find a Medusa. Hang on. He is a half elf.
With a hook for a hand.
He is a half elf with a pockmarked face. He looks. He doesn't look like starved, but he looks a little like underweight. And his sort of bags under his eyes sort of betray that he maybe didn't get a lot of sleep, before he died. But other than that, he kind of has a resting sneer on his face as it relaxed in death. But he definitely, like looking at the rest of his body, he did not die peacefully at the hands of Yves.
Gotcha.
So as we're moving stuff off the road, Crototus is going to try to loot and see if there's anything worth of value in the area.
Your dignity for
I
not
guess-
doing that.
Anything? Yeah. So let me get a. I'm actually glad you said it. Can I get a perception check from everybody who's moving things in the caravan.
That's a 16.
16.
11.
It's shit for me.
22.
Shit for me too.
With a 16, Kratos, you find a rolled up piece of paper like a scroll in one of the caravans that was missed by whoever picked this over first.
Interesting. Would like to do an Arcana check on this.
Fuck, of course you would.
Yeah, it is. You open it up, and sure enough, it's a spell scroll. Can I get even or odd?
Let's
You can't
see.
grab his arm from here.
That's an odd.
It is a spell scroll of Rhymes Binding Ice. So it functions just like the second level spell of the same name.
Okay.
If you have a spell app, you can check that out. It's a
Yep.
one and done. Read it, cast it. Just like it's on your spell list. Lulu, you find. I hope this works for you, but
Gloves.
you find it's gloves.
Oh no.
It's a pair of gloves that at first glance just look like a pair of work gloves, but on closer inspection they are magical.
They're like cum rags, but they help your hands when you work.
Guys, I found cum rags for my hands.
You mean socks?
No, those would be for my feet.
Your little feet are small enough that you can slip them in, but I think like the fingers would
They're just
be like
flopping.
limp. Yeah, but it still kind of looks like you have human fingers at the end of your hands.
This is so cool.
But you know as soon as you put them on that it lets you cast Mage Hand once a day. Ooh. They're called on the inside. And a little embellishment says "Gloves of Borrowing."
Gloves with grapefruiting. Cast Mage Hand.
I'm really happy with this loot list that I made. I'm very much looking forward to rolling on this more. Okay.
Bubs and I are not.
Why is that?
I'm rolling like shit.
You're rolling like shit, yeah. Okay.
We ain't found shit.
You move the other caravan off the road, and you pass without issue.
So as Lionel's heading back to end for the night, he's going to kind of pass over Sir Roffelheim. He approves of his scouting before, so he thanks him for his service in that regard, and he's going to give him the Hell Rider salute, wink at him, and then turn in for the night.
Okay. Late at night. What's the name? Yves, you are approached by an adult wood elf with cropped wavy gray hair and blue eyes. He has a round build, stands about 5'6". He says, "Excuse me, are you Yves?
Who wants to know?
My name is Golomoth.
How do you spell that?
Golem.
Golem Moth.
Golem.
Off.
Moth.
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Golomoth." He's like swallows hard. You can see like he's got some perspiration on his forehead. He says, "I challenge you to the death."
Are you sure about that?
He breaks eye contact with you for a moment and then looks back at you and says, "Yes."
He's gonna so he usually whenever like that amount of him being that upset in a fight, he wraps his hands again, kind of like after boxing, of course. So he's gonna unwrap his hands. He's gonna say he's like, "These hands have killed more than you can imagine, and you really want to fight me right now?"
You see that in his hand, he's not really making any attempt to hide it, but he has like a sharpened piece of wood, like a wooden stake. He says, I'll say it one more time and that's it. But I challenge you to a duel to the death. Till one of us drops.
Answer me this: why challenge me? Did you know that person who I killed?
Make an insight check.
Nah.
Pass. He says, "I don't know who you killed, but this is between you and me, and no one else."
He's A little smirk is gonna go across his face.
At this, like, there's a good amount of people that have like turned and are like giving y'all space. So there's quite a few witnesses at this point.
He's gonna say, "I'm gonna give you one more chance to take back what you said. You get one chance, and then from there, I can't stop myself."
Make a intimidation or persuasion, your choice.
We'll go intimidation because persuasion's really bad.
No worries.
Oh, well, that's the second.
Oh. He goes, my mind has been made up. He stutters. We'll keep that in character. My mind has been made up. And he sort of like, with both hands, has the stake like pointed towards you, and he begins to sort of like circle.
How is he holding the stake? Like, is he shaking a little bit?
Yeah.
He was gonna say, "I'm gonna turn around. You don't have the stomach."
Ooh.
And he's going to walk.
Dang! Make one more intimidation check for me.
That was a 10.
Little bastard shot me in the ass. So you feel a sharp and sudden... Yeah, it barely hurt. He does 2 damage to you as you feel like the stake like barely like poke into the meat of your right buttock. And as you turn around, you see he's trying to do this like rapier thrust with this, barely a weapon. And he looks just as shocked as you are, and he like pulls his hand away, and for a second he looks behind him towards a general direction. It's kind of dark. Do you want to see where he was looking, or do you want to like follow up and like take advantage of while he's looking?
I want to see where he's looking.
Okay, make a perception check with disadvantage.
Just want to borrow something
The
that.
big one.
Sweet. That is
Oh, mine rolled well.
That's great. That's like a 7.
7. You see it's toward a group of merchants, but you can't, in the dark firelight, you can't quite make out their faces.
He's gonna kind of just shout like, "Is this how you treat your protectors?"
He turns when you say it, and he says, What are you talking about? This is you and me."
And he's gonna kind of look at his wound. And he's gonna look back at him. And he's like, "There's no opponent in front of me. I just see weakness."
God, you're just crushing this man's soul.
He's like, "You had your chance, and you ruined it."
All right.
Damn.
Vicious fucking mockery.
Yeah, you need that as
I'm
like
a bard, dude.
Yeah. He
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 start
like
river dancing right now.
he drops to his knees, and like with his free hand, like hand to his face, he just starts like sobbing, like with his hair like sort of covering his face a little bit. And you hear from 3 people, boos, loud boos. And as you look over, it's those merchants, one of whom is Jacqueline. Just, "Get up, you coward! Fight him like a man!"
I'm going to pull out one of my hand axes. I'm going to toss it on the ground to him, and I'm going to say, "You get one more chance."
He gets nobody. He sucks. And he like goes over. He doesn't let go of the stake, but he grabs the axe, and he looks up at you, and you see he's like tears streaming down his cheeks. He says, "I don't know what to do. I don't have a chance."
Oh no. He's like, "You had your chance, and you ruined it. You failed. And you got another chance, and you failed again.
Okay.
Leave."
Damn. So he's gonna stand up. Yeah. And he's gonna drop both the stake and the axe and walk into the woods. The crowd sort of goes quiet, except for some like crass, sort of hard to hear remarks from Jacqueline and her crew. And man, that sucked. And then people start to break up and disperse and go back to bed.
I'm going to walk up to Yves, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to come up to him and slap his ass where he got stabbed. Good game, boy!
Molested by a McTavish.
So, do you want to share this experience? Does anybody want to talk to Yves before y'all bed down?
Cratotus is going over there.
Also, you definitely healed your 2 because my minimum heal is 5.
2.
Yeah, I definitely healed 3. I'm back to full health.
Nice.
So, what the hell was that about?
Beats me. Seems like Jacqueline has beef.
Should we have a discussion with her boss?
I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'm tired.
All right. I think I will be keeping watch tonight just in case.
Do you want to talk to Jacqueline?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Lionel is going to make his way over there, though,
All right.
once we are done with our moment here.
As you approach, Jacqueline wakes up probably everyone in a 50-mile radius. Lionel! It's like 11 p.m. This is unfortunate. What do you want to say to her?
He's going to take his gold pouch, throw it right back in her face.
What's all this about?
I think you know exactly what this is all about, Miss Firebrand.
The spectacle?
No, that was a travesty. You are a spectacle.
Well, if I didn't know better, Lionel, I think you were sweet on old Jacqueline.
If I didn't know any better, you're about to lose all of your protection from this caravan, and you and I both know you need us far more than we need you.
Lionel, do you mean to cross the cock-ogglers?
The only cock I'm ogling here!
That is the name of her gang. And I'm very mad I haven't been able to drop that before now.
Sorry, what was that video earlier?
How to ogle cock.
I think you and I both know just how much I am capable of crossing, so let's drop pretenses. If we have another spectacle like this, we have a problem, and I think you and I both know what happens when you have a problem with Lionel. Have I made myself abundantly clear?
Make an intimidation, please. That's pretty good.
It's a 15.
She looks over and sort of looks you up and down and says, "We are clear, Lionel."
Am I pleased by that response?
That's up to you.
Does it feel genuine, or is this genuine as she's able to conjure?
That's a great question.
Damn. He looks at the pouch. He goes,
When I pick this, I'm going to turn around. When I pick this pouch up, that's going to be about 50 gold heavier if you want me to stick around any longer.
Phew.
We are some badasses.
She says, "I'm bored, not stupid. 100 gold stands."
Very well.
he picks up the satchel and walks out, and he says,
I may not stand as tall for you, though.
he walks out.
Woo! Spicy. All right.
A little bit of tension in the camp.
Yeah.
He's also gonna, as he walks back out, he's gonna pick up the little stump that the kid had.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
It's just a little pointy stick. Anything like,
It's like a tent stake.
yeah. He looks like he goes,
Amateur.
he looks over at you, Eves, and goes,
I don't think we'll be having any more spectacles quite like that for the remainder of our voyage.
I would keep an open ear, and he looks at your ass. He goes,
Possibly an open cheek as well.
Thanks for looking out. But I got this.
Oh, I'm very well sure you do. I'm just,
Looking at your ass again.
when I see
It's a nice ass.
when I see a fine specimen like that,
It's like Snake from Brawl.
where's Lulu's box when I need it?
You shut up! I'm looking at your ass!
All right. Do y'all have anything else for this particular evening?
Eves is tired.
Yeah. You bed down. The night passes.
down, Dr. Yon.
Bed down.
Bed down. A dragon.
baby turns into
Hey,
a
remember
dragon.
remember the whole like Dungeons and Dragons part? Yeah.
a dungeon?
No. The night passes without that issue. However, when you wake, you do hear some commotion. Lionel, you're the first to awake and hear this commotion. At first, there's too many people talking to really like hear exactly what everybody's saying, but you do see a couple of people close to you that you could sort of like hone in on to talk to figure out what's going on. The first of which is Baltair. Second of which is a woman named Cerelia. The third is a man you don't know, but who's wearing like burlap robes, kind of looks like a holy person of some kind. And the fourth is somebody you spoke to briefly, who you only know as Sir Eridon. So those are 4 people you have.
All right, we're gonna walk over to the man of the cloth.
Okay.
Lionel's gonna go, "Hello, Father. What appears to be the issue here?"
Oh, he says, "Oh, no, I'm no father. Just call me the prelate."
Very well, the prelate. What's all this hubbub about?
Thank you. Well, Tyr and Bahamut protect us. Our supplies are low.
Yes, I can see why that would be an issue.
Yes. It appears to have shaken everyone's faith.
I see. How far are we from our destination?
Well, it appears 4 more days, but we've already been stretching out rations as it is. It appears that we'll be starving today.
Is this something that's common knowledge? Like everyone knows that we're running low now?
They've tried to keep it kind of secret that there weren't really enough rations for everybody for the entire trip, but now it's gotten to a point where there's no food to pass out.
How close are we to a body of water?
That's a great question. Roll survival.
Oh. I'm rolling like shit. It's a 9.
You know that unfortunately the path diverged from the river Chianthar, which runs next to both Elturel and Baldur's Gate. So unfortunately, like, it would be like a day or two. It would be a day to get to the river and then a day to get back.
Damn.
For the whole crew or just like individual riders?
Yeah, because it's like wooded, being on horseback wouldn't help a lot.
All right. He's going to thank the holy man for his time, and he's going to go over to Baltair next. And he goes,
Baltair, pardon my French, but you appear to be fucked here.
You'd be right.
What are we going to do about it?
That's a good question. I think there's a lot of heads doing a lot of thinking and not a lot of ideas. I think I'm going to take a load off and have a drink.
Don't drink too much. We're running low enough as is.
Drink doesn't appear to be an issue at the moment, so I think if I'm going to die,
Smash
I'm going to die drunk.
Smash cut to the ore cart with like several kegs of rum.
What kind of ore is this?
Rum ore.
I've been pre-gaming for 2 years.
But yeah, at this, he actually does like Baltair cracks into the remaining ales that he has and begins like pouring ale for people. It's not food, but
It's calories.
it's calories.
yeah. I think at this point we're kind of exhausted. Shit's fucked. So Lionel's going to go meet with the rest of the crew and kind of relay what he knows.
Gentlemen, gentle elephants,
Hello.
we appear to be up shit creek without a shit paddle to paddle ourselves. So get right, we
I've been in worse scrapes, but food and water are mighty important. How be the hunting around here? Is anyone from this area? I don't know. I don't know shit about where we are.
I've got half a 6-day-old avocado.
Are you tracking how many days it's been? That's perfect. Very nice. So,
I'm not too familiar with these parts, but I could probably do some hunting in the woods.
So
if need be.
Rolfenheim pulls the turkey leg out of his saddlebag and starts eating on it. He's like, why do we need to go hunting?
Sir Wolfenheim is literally that, like, no, I'm gonna starve.
Connie from Brickleberry.
So we know who we're eating first. So there are some people, some of the merchants are speaking out like, hey, there's no dedicated hunters in our caravan. The majority of them are elderly and sick. But you might be able to draw up a hunting party out of a couple able-bodied people. So that is definitely discussed. There are a few people who say it, but nobody wants to acknowledge it, that, like, maybe we don't take everybody to Baldur's Gate. That is pretty quickly shot down. Nobody's really taking that seriously just yet. But there is talk of, like, leaving the dead weight behind. So it's pretty quickly the conversation has turned dark.
Where are everybody?
Kind of on the road. It's sort of become a late morning start just due to the conversation. The caravan's not moving yet.
But there's only 100 people in this caravan.
Yeah.
99 now, thanks to Golomoth being gone.
Well,
Well,
no, and
100 because of the one.
Oh, yeah.
We evened out.
Were there only 100 people that escaped from El Terrell, or are there more caravans and refugees coming?
Well, you saw one other caravan.
Well, the dead one, yeah.
Yeah. Those
But
people were from El Terrell.
Is it something we can send someone out and see if that they have food, or we can send a scout?
It's possible. Baldur's Gate is 4 days away.
How many
possible,
feet
but-
away is it?
How many feet?
How many actions would it
I
take?
think it's like 22 miles a day. So
Caravan?
about,
Wow.
about like 80 to 100.
What if you're a little tiny flying elephant?
Weirdly, distance still works that way. That is 80 to 100 miles away.
Then it's like 200 miles.
Miles are further for Lulu because she's smaller.
This is tough.
Well,
Yeah,
at this point, Kratos is going to suggest that we
Aeronautical
put together a
miles?
hunting party.
Hunting party?
Yeah, I was about to say, hunting party is looking good. We should probably keep a detachment back here if people are talking about leaving behind dead weight, just to keep the peace, to make sure that, like, people don't just dip out.
So
Or
Rolfenheim
you feel like
volunteers to not go.
Lulu, you feel like a shadow sort of pass over you briefly, and you look up and you see Gavin Duststone, the gastronomer, sort of looking at you going, I'm not food! I didn't say it, just wondering
I'm not food!
Wondering how tiny small goat that would taste. That's all, just a scientific curiosity.
Eve's gonna look over and say, "Don't."
You have my word.
So I don't know if I explicitly said this earlier. Lulu does not speak because Lulu speaks Celestial. She is telepathic, so you're hearing her voice inside your head. She looks over at Gavin, and you don't get to hear what Gavin hears, but Lulu scrunches her face towards him, and he looks disturbed.
He quickly leaves.
Remind me not to get on your bad side, little one.
Be not afraid. Biblically accurate, Lulu.
Start speaking in tongues.
Yeah. So, somebody does appear who wants to join the hunting party. When you look at them at first, you're not sure what you're looking at, but they speak common fairly well for what they are. This person is a giant river otter who introduces himself as, "Hi, I'm Chris Benna.
Hello?
I want to join the hunting party.
Okay, what skills do you have?
I'm an otter.
I'm
an otter, bitch.
I'm an otter, bro.
Yeah, so this he's a giant river otter, so he's approximately 5 feet long from nose to tail. He says, I'm
Okay.
pretty sneaky. You know, my preferred method, I know Lionel and I have worked together in the past. I used to, like, you know, draw a fish towards him. I worked with all the fishers in El Terrell. So that's sort of my preferred, but I can assist with, like, sort of scaring out, you know, like poultry or, like, you know, wild game hen or like a deer. I could probably, like, you know, drop from a tree or something. I'm at your disposal.
Can also
You have
open
mutual
mollusks.
relations.
I'm very good at that. And he picks up a rock and sort of, like, does the thing where he, like, taps a couple rocks on his chest. And oh no, he has a pocket. He pulls a rock, and this one's my favorite. It's just a rock.
I can attest for
that'll
I can attest for Mr. Benna's competency. He'll be a boon on this endeavor.
Thank
So,
you.
Alright, so
Thank you.
I
there's
actually,
at least 2 of us on this hunting party now.
as my, like, loadout from the class or I don't know, I guess it might be just be dwarf. I have a rough map of the area.
The area wherever I am.
It says rough map of area.
Yeah, it would be your destination, which is the area surrounding Elturel.
Yeah.
Very
So I guess I don't know. Maybe it denotes like there's like some woods and stuff, and maybe like gives a good idea as to like what
Or you might
maybe not
find
quite a fully topographical map, but
Deer Glade might have some deer in it.
it's
Hopefully.
true.
So,
Interesting.
what I'm gonna have each of you do, however you want to scare up some food, whether it's hunting, gathering, etc., scavenging. I'll go to each one of you. You'll tell me if Crispena is helping you or not, or what you're doing. So, start with Yves. What do you want to do first?
I feel like he would want to stay back to be sure that no one kind of just defects.
Sure.
And just leaves. So
Cool.
he would just kind of keep a perimeter around the area.
Sounds good. Clovis.
I'm going to say words that might harm the soul of everyone here, but I think the McTavish has to be the brains of this operation because I have the map. So I think a good
Literally
idea
died.
might be like coordinating and like trying to divide up like a game plan, like who needs to go where.
Game, because we're hunting.
Game in the game.
And
Okay.
if we get everything figured out, then maybe I'll go with someone, or maybe I'll. And I assume like there's more than just the otter. People will know like where. So like Deer, you said Deer Glade, that'd be a good place to go, and like maybe there's something, like a field of stuff that we can go find.
Yeah.
Some
Maybe an
old-
abandoned farm nearby.
Yeah.
Whatever. Cool. Yeah.
Moss.
Krato.
.jpg.
So Credo is definitely going to be on the hunting party. He's going to be working probably with the otter to track down
Crispena.
any form of game
Okay.
that can be consumed, essentially.
You ain't doing shit, dude.
I rolled a d20 and it was bad. Go ahead and roll
Okay.
a d20 with advantage. This will be a survival check. With advantage because
Survival.
Crispena is helping you.
That is a 19.
Yeah. Pretty quickly you find the trail of a couple deer, a small deer herd. They have been led out, or by tracking them, you found them in sort of a clearing. Crispena is sort of waiting there with you, waiting for your game plan. How do you want to take them out?
So the idea that I have is using materials from my survivor's kit. I'm going to set up essentially a large trap, and I'm going to request that Crispena runs around the deer, scares them towards me to ensnare them, and then I just lop them all in the head.
Best
Okay.
fucking name for an
Crispena.
Just love it.
Just normal ass
It just
Crispena.
it's like a dude trying to sell you something from an infomercial. It's just, Hi, I'm Chris
Come on
Bennett.
down to Crispana's used cars.
I'm Vince.
I'm Chris Bennett with another fantastic product. Have you seen rocks? Look what you can do.
You can kill your brother.
favorite.
Okay.
Kill your
So-
parents.
As far as you can tell, Crispena stealthily sneaks around, and then suddenly the deer are coming towards you. He makes a bit of a noise, a ruckus. Two of the deer come charging towards you, a larger buck and a sort of medium-sized doe. So what does your trap look like, and how do you spring it?
It's essentially going to be a large, like one of those rope tree traps. You have the rope tied down and pinned. Basically, if the deer runs through it, it's going to try to grab him from the leg and pull him off to the side.
Nice. Okay. Make an intelligence check for me.
Like a rope
okay.
trick. Check.
Rope check. Trick.
That's a 21.
Good lord. Alrighty. So, sure enough, the luckily enough, both the back leg of the buck and the front leg of the doe get grabbed by the rope and pulled up, and quickly, Crispena runs over and sees your pretty much resounding success at catching both of these, fairly sizable animals, and sort of like taps a hand on your back. It's like, good job.
Much appreciated. So yeah, at this point, he's going to wanting to keep the meat as fresh as possible. He's just going to bind the deer's legs together and just like kind of hoist him over his back, and we're going back to camp.
Cool. He's gonna take the other one and sort of loop the rope through his teeth, and he's gonna like drag it back.
Okay, perfect.
You three. What's your plan, Lulu?
Lulu wants nothing more than to dive into Chris's little pocket and go to sleep and make a new best friend.
Oh my gosh.
That's what she wants to do.
Okay.
However, what she's going to pitch to people is she can fly pretty fast, and she can just kind of beam her voice into your head. It would not be difficult for her to just kind of fly up, scout around for either things you can forage or animals to hunt, and just start broadcasting positions to hunting parties.
Yeah.
So they can just be like, they're here, they're here, they're here.
Can you make a perception check for me? You're flying, right?
Yes.
With advantage. That's better.
18.
With an 18, you find what looks to be the dead giveaway patterns of trees in a line. That means an orchard.
What kind of fruit?
You know. Okay.
Oh, guys. Avocados.
Avocados from El Terrell. Yeah, sure enough, it's not a big orchard. It's kind of unseasonal for this area, but you find some small, slightly unripe avocados, enough to fill 3 or 4 like large bags full.
Right, she's broadcasting the information to her best friend, Chris Benna.
Yeah, he comes back with some empty satchels, and you don't need to be like a super in shape, buff hunting guy to shake avocados off of a tree. That's what it sounds like when the avocado falls off the tree. Lionel?
Yeah, so I figure Lionel's kind of coordinating with Lulu doing the scouting thing. The Echo gives him a lot of mobility, despite his old age, so I feel like him and his Echo are just coordinating, like flip-flopping, flashing around, just trying to like scavenge, forage as much as possible since there's an absence of a body of water.
You find what appears to be the wreckage of an old cart a little bit off of the road. Can you make an investigation check for me?
That's either an 8 or a 6. Either way, it's not great.
Okay. As you're peering through some of this stuff, you find a bag of what might be grain, but you're not sure if it's still good or not. It's sort of just indeterminate age.
Is there anything else I can find?
In this area, no.
Are there other areas I can go to to find shit?
Yes, but the day is getting kind of long, so it's not a guarantee.
You lost. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir.
It's not a no, but
All right, we're gonna push it. We're gonna take a little bit of a risk because
Okay.
bag of questionable grain is not as good as avocados.
Yeah. So. You find that's not helpful.
You find a scroll of create food and water.
You find a small covered cart. It appears to be well taken care of. You're out in the woods a little bit, quite a bit off the beaten path, but it appears that this covered cart is being pulled by a sort of large dodo-looking bird. As you sort of enter this like very small clearing, you can see that it's been traveling along like deer path. As you approach the what is that called? The reel, like not a curtain. It's the thing you like pull down for to cover like a door or window.
Blind.
It's like a blind. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, the blind pulls up and it reveals a goblin, a very small green goblin, manning a store. It's a very like limited stock, it appears, but the goblin is fairly friendly looking. smiles, and you can see that he's got a couple golden teeth. He says, "Hello, my name's Zelo. Welcome to Goblin Stuff."
Hail, Greenskin. Greenskin being in a reclaimed sense, obviously, because he's a goblin.
It's our word.
Yeah. So he's like, what wares are you peddling today?
Oh, reagents. I don't really have much use for coinage, but if you have something to barter.
The satchel of questionable grain is out before he can even finish his sentence.
Oh, questionable grain. What are you looking for?
Something a little more certainly edible, as opposed to questionably so.
He says, "Well, you happen to be in luck." He sets the grain sort of on half of a scale on one side, and he pulls up a. Second. Can you roll a D100 for me?
2 tens.
Simmons can.
Simmons, can you roll me a D100?
Why did you have that thing all ready to go, you piece of shit?
To be revealed at a later date, 83.
Thanks.
Can you roll again for me?
Okay, yeah.
What was it? Can I see what it was?
It's
Oh,
It was. I got an 82 this time.
Can you roll below 75 for me?
Yes, yes, I
Roll a
can.
D75.
That is a 35.
You roll above a 35.
Okay.
Do I need to roll
It's a
again?
bean that turns into a statue of Yardley Quiffin.
He produces an entire bucket of live crabs.
That's a little less questionable than grain, but
That's enough to feed one person.
You know how long it is to the shoreline, and crabs aren't really seasonable in the river, but they appear to be lively and wiggling. He goes, "We have a deal."
yeah. He's gonna take the crabs and goes, where did you find these crabs? We are quite a ways away from the river.
As he's sort of like buried in his goods and like trying to put away the bag of indeterminate age grain, he goes, "Oh, just around. I have all kinds of things in here. But if you're ever in need, always keep in mind, goblin stuff. I'm always here."
Is that like goblin? Is that like a goblin like phrase that I should be aware of? For,
I don't think so.
Is that that's just him being himself?
Yeah, he's just being himself. Just being a businessman. Business goblin.
All right. Do I have anything else I can barter with him?
Your shark.
I can't give him that. That's his whole personality.
Your mouth.
I got a pair of fishing boots.
Yeah. You want to barter?
Need you a pair of fishing boots, my friend?
To get more crabs.
I learned my lesson.
You don't want me to roll the D100 again?
You put that fucking thing away. Put that big
He puts a small little trinket on the on the scale, and as they're both set, they balance out, and then all of a sudden his trinket falls towards his side, and he goes, "Oops! Looks like I'm losing out on this barter. Do we have a deal?"
What is that you have there, sir?
It just tells me if I'm getting a good deal or not.
That seems like a valuable thing to part for a pair of boots.
The trinket?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was explaining the scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the scale tells me the approximate value of each side, and so it appears that my trinket I guessed wrong.
Oh, you operate on a no refund policy for yourself.
Yep. That's why my card is not that big.
So Lionel is beyond amused. Even as far as goblin shenanigans goes, like this is too much for him. It's not gonna help feed anybody. He's like, what the fucking hell? So he's gonna take the trinket.
Okay, yeah, it's yours. He takes the boots, and you see quickly he tries to put them on. He's like, nah, not for me. And he puts them away. It's not my style.
He's gonna take out his socks of making you tall or patting the shoes out enough to help you goblins wear them, and just give them to him. It's like, this one's on me, friend.
Evening up the barter. I appreciate it, and always remember, I'm always here.
All right, and this what's his name? What's the name of the business?
Gobbin
nuts.
Gobbin stuff.
Gobbin stuff. Yeah, we're gonna be back to Gobbin stuff probably.
Have a lovely day, and pulls the shade down. I think that's the word. The
You
shade
as well,
one.
my friend.
And he walks off. Can he inspect the trinket as he's walking off?
Yeah, it is a. It has a numeral 1, sort of engraved on the inside of it, but it's just like a glass. It looks like a tiny decanter, but it's totally solid, so it doesn't have any liquid in it, nor can it hold any liquid. Has the Roman numeral 1. You know that the magic. I don't think I need to disguise this at all. If you break it, it restores a first level spell slot.
Nice. I have exactly one first level spell.
There you go. That. Okay. Sir Rolfenheim,
Yes.
did you want to do anything for hunting party or gathering or...
He's not much of a hunter unless it's something that's in the kitchen.
He can hunt his way to a bottom of a barrel.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong
He's
with,
gonna
like-
go around the camp and see if anyone has extra rations or hoarding.
Yeah, I like it.
Is he growing any mushrooms in his fat rolls?
So Yves and Sir Rolfenheim, you both will see each other. Yves, you're kind of on a protection detail. Sir Rolfenheim, you're sort of making sure that
The
everybody's
shakedown
like,
detail.
Yeah, yeah. Can you make an investigation check for me?
So with the +1 from my intelligence, it's a 2.
Okay,
crit fail.
the first person you find is named Ed. And Ed is holding 2 tankards. And you think, holy shit, this guy's got tankards. He must have ale. Like, what's he putting in those tankards?
Is it 1D or 2Ds?
Or
1D.
3.
Oh, yeah, just 1D.
Those
Easy.
tankards are filled with buttered toast, dude.
Yeah, that's food.
Yeah, 1D. He said, oh, hey, how's it going?
What do you have there?
I guess we haven't met. I'm Ed. They call me Tankard Hands.
Okay, tankard hands. What's in your tankards?
He turns them upside down. Well, nothing right now.
Blizzards.
Do you want a top for that?
He goes, he goes, look, the story goes, I got pranked a long time ago. Do you know what sovereign glue is?
No, I can't say that I do.
It's a magical glue that can never be undone. Well, I got pranked pretty hard. I don't know exactly who did it, but I would love to find out, because I can never take these off until I find something that can undo it. There's one thing, but I can't read a book to find out what that thing is.
Oh, I'm sure there's a way to take them off.
I guess you could break the tankard. I thought of that. I tried that, but to get them hot enough to melt, they just burn my hands away. I'm trying to keep my hands,
Oh, well, that's a shame.
I'm a harpsichord player by trade.
You were.
Yeah. Well, I still can. It just doesn't sound very good.
So, do you know where there might be some food hiding around here?
No?
Okay.
The sound of my tankards clanking around would probably scare away all the animals.
All the food?
Yeah. I could like pick up mushrooms maybe with like a little pincher maneuver, and then I could like carry 2 tankards full. Or like a basket.
I just love how he's accepted his life.
Tankard hands. Tankard hands. Okay, well, if you could gather any kind of food for the caravan, that would be mighty useful.
All right, I'll try. I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you, good sir.
Okay. Well, alrighty. So, to conclude this day, you all sit down around a pot of venison crab stew and some scavenged greens from the other caravaneers, and of course, avocado salad.
Actually, Lou does have one question. Was anybody able to find like any pumpkins? No. Okay, that's all.
I don't think we found any pumpkins.
No pumpkins? Okay.
Not this time.
At this time, someone emerges from the forest with 2 small pumpkins sitting on top of tankards. Says, hey, I could only carry this much back, but I got these 2 small pumpkins.
He found like an abandoned farm that's overgrown with produce that nobody's harvested, and all he could bring was 2 small pumpkins.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember the way back either. Sorry.
Lulu just starts shaking.
Nobody likes pumpkins here, right? Should I just throw these out?
Lulu looks at him in the eye, and again, no one else can hear what she says, but he immediately gives her the pumpkins.
All right, yeah. Answer the pumpkins.
Classic tankard.
Here you go.
Open up the group.
Oh, sick. Is this venison crab stew? My favorite. He like dips a tankard down. Ooh, it's hot.
What's the claw?
I don't know how I'm gonna get these like and he's like smashing the crab shells to get the meat. What's Lulu doing with the pumpkins?
Nobody knows. But she's like turned around and like,
Okay.
and you also notice she casts Mage Hand and she doesn't have to scratch her back occasionally.
Oh, cute.
And then just goes back to smashing the pumpkins.
Smashing pumpkins.
Today is a great.
Could you make a this would be like a chef's utensils check. I think I know where you're going. Can you make a D20 roll?
Is it spicy?
18.
Oh yeah. By the time you all wake up the next morning, you smell the most enchanting, sweet, spicy, warm smell to wake up to. And as you see Lulu sort of working over a fire of like boiling liquid.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
You have what little Lulu likes to affectionately refer to as her hot pumpkin drink, but not hot as in like temperature. Hot is because it had a little kick to it. And it's a nice coffee drink with a little bit of foam on the top. It's her hot pumpkin drink that she's made for everybody.
I mean, Sir Ralph Wilhelm is going to put on his Uggs and his cow neck sweater and his Burberry scarf. And
Why are you getting so North Face jacket?
Yes, North Face, yeah.
Because North Face.
vest, not a jacket,
Vest,
a vest,
yeah.
yes.
And drive his Jeep Wrangler over.
Yes, to Lulu's pumpkin pot.
Sets up his laptop, starts typing up his screenplay.
Yes.
It's October and I spelled your names wrong.
What that means.
And he's just going to go to town.
Because of your lovely inspirational drink, the rest of the day passes without event. Would you mind rolling a d20 for me for our last travel day?
Uggs.
Uggs.
Burberry.
7.
I'm done.
So, Sir Rolfenheim, you are approached by someone from the caravan wearing a traveler's cloak, excuse me, with their hood pulled up, which isn't super unusual. But this person pretty obviously is trying to make their identity hidden. But as they approach you, they pull their mask down and sort of pull their hood back enough for you to see their face. and you recognize a familiar face to you, though you may not know this person
Karen?
intimately. It is. Her name is Rhea. Her name is Rhea Mantlemorn, and she says, "Rolfenheim," said you.
Why, yes, it is.
She says, "Even in this time of strife, we give thanks to the companion." Sort of as a greeting, she says, "I have some information." Sorry, my bad. First things first. I have some information for you.
And what information would that be?
Someone is hunting Hell Riders.
This sounds very serious indeed.
She says, "I inspected the bodies as we passed the caravan, and I noticed that some of them were among our order, and they were slaughtered the most brutally."
And he kind of blows out his handlebar mustache, and he's looking a little upset. First thing he's going to ask, has a new base been established?
No, the Hell Riders are too scattered, with the High Observer, Thavius Krieg, going missing. It's I don't think there's enough of us to reorganize.
Nonsense. We've been through worse. We need to create a rally point somewhere so that those that are scattered can reunite and we can figure out what's going on. What happened to El Terrell?
That sounds good, but I'll keep my ears open. But in the meantime, just be careful who knows that you're a Hell Rider.
Indeed.
She makes a quick symbol and says, "Stay safe."
And scene.
Yeah. With that, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed a little bit of information. She wanted to tell you that why she knows people are targeting Hell Riders. Two of her companions that were traveling with her before she joined up with the caravan, Turmor Blackstaff and Baron Wolfborn, were killed brutally in the night, but she was not. A third, Gudrun Vastag, was killed the second night, and that was enough for her to make the connection that they were, all three of them, Hell Riders, that she was probably next. So she left, got with this caravan.
So he's going to do the smart thing. He turns his chain shirt inside out and turns his shield around so people can't see the emblem.
Very nice.
Nobody knows he's a Hell Rider.
Very nice. Last thing she says, sorry, I know we said she says, "I would suspect the religious zealot, known as the prelate, may have some answers. I don't trust him." And then she makes the symbol. See.
Sweet.
Alrighty. With that, there's 1 day left. The road leading up to Baldur's Gate is fairly safe. You pass through a couple dilapidated farms and some suburbs, but you see that there's many refugee caravans that have set up here. In fact, there's a crowd at the gate. You are not the first. You're probably not the second, third, or fourth caravan to make it to the city. You see that there's a mercenary company known as the Flaming Fist that are holding people back from charging the gate. The leader of which appears to be the rank of Flame, is sort of pushing people back, but sees that you, as adventurers, sort of points at you and gestures you over. By the way, you do get paid by the caravan for getting you to the gate. So each of you have 100 gold, except for Sir Rolfenheim. Sorry. You got your book, though.
Yep. So in this book, he writes 100 gold. No.
You write 100 gold. Do you want to?
No. Please. Yeah, what bad things are you going to do to this character? Time to reroll.
Yeah, do you want to find out?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
Okay.
Can I give my gold to Lionel? Because I can't carry anything. I've got my gloves and that's it.
Sure. Lionel, do you want to hold?
I'd be honored to.
Okay. Thank you. So, the flame of the Flaming Fists is sort of gesturing you over. "You lot, adventurers, You come in with one of the caravans?
Aye, we do.
I'm known as Flame Zodge, and unfortunately, due to the standing order, none of you are getting into the city. Unless you want to make a deal.
What kind of deal, matey?
Yeah.
He's a pirate now.
And we'll break there and pick up next time.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching.